Hello.
What up, thieves?
Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Time Theft Today. Don't do shit for
Uh,
anybody.
uh, Marquez the GM, thank you so much for subscribing again. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, thank you for supporting the show and for being in the chat. And hello, everybody.
Yes.
Weasel Ploof, Lil Toasty X, Chubby Kumquat, hello, Chicago.
Gravity, hello. Trying to teach the new hire we do time theft on Friday afternoons right now. I appreciate the energy, but I'm like, girl, you can chill. So real.
Yes.
Getting somebody else
Yes.
to do time theft counts for like 10
Double
times.
money.
Yeah, 10x malt and then like 10x multiplier, like huge.
Yeah. Yeah. Chubby Kumquat says neon green border around y'all's is a nice touch. Yes, welcome. We have some new things. If you haven't watched the stream in a couple of weeks, Maddie has redone everything in the design. If you haven't seen the Dollhouse, you'll shit your pants.
There's so much.
Yeah, and I'm in a new home. So
Yes.
a lot of things are different aesthetically.
Yes. We're so excited
Yeah.
for your new house.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Have room.
So you hear about this election? Do you hear they're doing an election and there's two dead men?
Two shambling corpses.
I don't know if you've heard about this. I think it kind of flew under a lot of people's radar that the president is a shambling corpse. Somehow this surprised people last night.
Yeah. So you right before we went live, you asked me if I watched any of the debate, and my reaction was a visceral, why in the fuck would I do that?
Well, I agree, but sometimes you like to harm yourself with content. So you watched all those base camp fucking podcasts. Like I didn't because I'm sane, but sometimes you do the things you do with the content you put in your brain is bad. And the debate was a bad thing, so I thought maybe you watched it.
Well, I would rather spend hours scrolling Married Red Pill on Reddit than watch what I already know is going to be two shambling corpses spitting at each other. I guess I shouldn't be surprised at the number of people who are posting about it last night and today. But what are we doing, y'all? Why are we doing that? Why are we even bothering?
I'm glad it went as bad as it did.
Yes.
Because I think if you want Biden to get elected, I think the hope was that Trump would do worse. Not even that Biden would do better, but Trump, because Trump is like, let's be clear, Trump is also has dementia. Like, this is not, in my opinion. I don't know if you agree with me, but
they're both drugged out to hell.
Yeah, everybody's like, Biden's gonna drug up to do the election and to do the debate, and he refused a drug test apparently, and I'm like, did anyone ask Trump about a fucking drug test? Like,
the entire Trump family has been blowing cocaine very visibly for years. Yeah. Like, I don't care about a performance enhancing drug here. You know,
this is the least of our
fine.
issues. So speaking of Reddit, I did where'd that tweet go? I after the debate, I never watch it, but I do want to know what happens. Like, I can't bear to like actually watch, but I need to find somebody if they do another fucking debate, I need to find somebody that's like live tweeting it or something, because I can't deal with I need it like, one step removed. Like, I'm gonna die if I actually just straight watch it. Even a watch along is too direct. Like, I need somebody to just tell me what's happening. So I was kind of like looking on Twitter, like scrolling like a madwoman, like, somebody tell me what happened and how bad it was. And I saw some people kind of like post that they were that the libs were posting through it, and so it's like, let's see if I can find any of those. So I did go to
Oh,
Reddit.
geez.
This is from our neoliberal. Um, love that guy, but it's so painful. I'll still vote for him no matter what. But is it possible to replace him? Would that even be a good idea? He,
That
this is
tells you a lot.
yeah. In the second half, the story was that he bounced back in the second half, which is not accurate. like, uh,
Yeah.
um, and then this cope was really good. Honestly, he's not even confused. You can tell he's sharp, but he just can't talk fast enough for his thoughts.
That's a
Um,
really great standard to have for someone who makes decisions about ongoing developing geopolitical events.
yeah. I personally feel like Joe Biden won the debate hands down. Started slow but picked up speed. Seems to be calling for Biden. CNN, however, seems to be calling for Biden to step down. Unwarranted. IMHO. Uh, yeah, this is somebody who's like calling out Republicans for backing their guy no matter what, which is true.
Mhm.
Like that is a true difference. And basically being like, and we need to do more of that. We need to be more fucking like insane cultists for Biden. And then this
Mhm.
horrible,
Oh, and
sorry,
of course the
trigger
fat
warning. Yeah,
phobia.
horrible fat
Yeah.
phobia. Yeah, these are, and I will say these were all from our new. Like they didn't have a ton of upvotes because like
Yeah.
Reddit is kind of slow, and it was like actually broken. I couldn't see any of the comments for any of those. Um.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then what was also really good was I don't know. Do you how well do you know Will Stancil?
Not well.
Uh, he's just kind of the lib, the king lib, and of course it would be much better if Biden had given a vigorous performance and had his normal voice, but he is not senile. This debate does not prove evidence of senility, and he will have opportunities to continue to prove he's not senile in the future. Seriously, just chill. Like the cope
Yeah.
coming from this man.
It's rough. Sweater Alliance in the chat says it all feels bad. I think the critique about Biden's lucidity is valid, but also trying not to descend straight into ageism feels tricky. I yeah, it's
Yeah, I was
people
gonna ask
immediately
your take.
go,
I was gonna ask your take on that.
yeah, it's a great topic to navigate. Ageism and ableism, I think, worth saying.
Yeah,
First of all, we don't even need to go into his lucidity because he supports
right.
genocide, and that's it. Full stop, done. Fuck him. I can't wait for the fall of all empires, and it's kind of great to me to see so many people getting disillusioned, including even Democrats. Like I I don't foresee a swift positive response to all of this, but it is kind of nice to see this much faith in an evil nation being lost. Like
Yeah,
that's just how I feel. Um, but how we respond to the downfall of America is up to us. We have to do something to build something in its wake that is good. So it's still very scary and precarious. All that aside, I think it's obviously, I think Biden and Trump are both evil people in terms of their impact on the world. And yet at
right.
the same time, when I see these people who are old and in pain clearly being
Yeah,
shuffled around, it makes me really uncomfortable. Like it really,
yeah.
we talked about this with Diane Feinstein, right?
Yeah, that was
Like,
really, really. I mean, he's not there yet, but he's not far off.
yeah, yeah, the elder abuse. And I totally understand anybody who says, well, who cares if these people have done so much evil, gotten so many people incarcerated, do all of these things, let them suffer. That's that's fine. I get that.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I just think it is so gruesome that that's what our government is built upon, that they really
yeah,
do not care about any human lives, even the people who are running the empire, they'll just torture. So I think, yeah, when people say things like, oh, you shouldn't ever be allowed to run for president over a certain age, stuff like that is very ageist and ableist. And I think it's also very ageist and ableist to expect people to perform when they are not able to, or when it's painful for them to, or they need to be drugged up to be able to. Like it's bad all
yeah.
around.
what was that video of him just standing slack-jawed at like some music performance or something? Like it looked
Hmm.
it's upsetting to see. And yeah, you're right. This guy, I mean, no hell is hot enough for genocide, genocide Joe, but like yeah, it was Juneteenth. Yep, that's right.
Hmm.
It just
Yeah.
it's like this is the like how do you feel the way that Democrats purport to feel about Biden and not and not like and can stand to see him like that.
That's a great point. That's a great point because they do all this
uh,
romanticizing of their
yeah,
candidates. Oh, I love Hillary. I love Joe Biden. He's my grandpa. He's such a badass. All of this affection. Look how cute him and Jill are, blah, blah, blah. And they don't believe a word of it because they don't
yeah.
care even about him as a human being. It's real, like that line from the end of Disco Elysium. Um, in
No
the end,
spoilers. No
capitalism.
spo. If it's
This isn't a spoiler. It's just about capitalism. In the end, capitalism has to take off its human face to do the killing.
yeah,
Um, you know. Uh,
yeah. Um, yeah. I don't think. I mean, Bernie Sanders would. He's finally come around to the fact that shit's bad in Palestine, but took him a
yeah.
long fucking time. But the reason that he's not, I believe the reason he's not in office is because of the Democrats and the fact that they like
Yeah.
fucking like President Obama made a call and like had everybody drop out at the right time for Biden to win, like
Yeah.
and all that
Yeah.
shit. So it's like and he's like also old, but not clearly in distress.
Right. Right.
Like this is, I
Uh,
mean, yeah, and there's also the aspect of COVID where it's impossible to know, but like it really seems like there was a stark difference between Biden pre and post COVID infection.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Um, and but again, Bernie's stance on things like Palestine just really go to show how nothing meaningful and positive for the world is going to happen through the political channels of a settler colonial empire like the United States. Like for me, it's not let's get a 35-year-old president. Let's get a president who cares about
Yeah.
these things. Let's get a third party president. I don't want any president at all. Like this is not. I mean, people who are like voting for Jill Stein or Cornel West, like I I get it. No judgment
Yeah.
there. I think
I
that's cool.
I met a Palestinian guy, and that's what that's what he said he's doing. Is I think Cornell
Hmm.
West.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, as a symbolic demonstration of this is the, vote of confidence you lost and you can see it. I'm still showing up to the polls just to tell you to fuck off. And like, that's cool. But any actual faith that anything's going to happen through this political system is just absurd at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah. I saw recently. I saw. Do you know National Students for Justice in Palestine? I feel like that's one you've recommended, right? Or no?
SJP is the one I know. I don't know this one, but
I think that is what it is. It's National SJP. I
oh, it's
think.
national. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I had thought you had said. So this is a
Oh, yeah, yeah,
statement.
yeah. These guys.
Yeah, this is a statement that they had put out recently, um, calling out like uh, Alexander AOC and Jamal Bowman because they were basically um, like calling like even they're like doing smear campaigns on
Yeah.
certain Palestinian orgs and calling them anti-Semitic. Um, very very depressing. Um,
Hmm.
and yeah, I liked their statement that they made about it. Um,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can we go to that last paragraph on the last one? The freedom will not come from the ballot box.
Yeah, that
I
was the
remember
one.
seeing that
Yeah,
with
I
the
think I
press
saw
room.
somebody
Yeah.
highlight it in a quote tweet. Liberation will not come from the ballot box or the DSA electoral project, but from the collective development and revolutionary action of the masses. We will not tolerate attacks on our movement's political and moral character. To our comrades and allies within DSA and others working within the electoral project, we demand immediate action to align your efforts with our struggle. All power to the people. Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
sums up. Yeah, figures like AOC and Jamal Bowman have utility insofar as they leverage their positions within the belly of the beast to shield the masses and our righteous struggles for liberation, directly challenging white supremacist power structures, and stand firmly against Zionism and all manifestations of U.S. imperialism. Without these tangible actions, we regard these elected officials as our enemies.
Yeah. That's it. They're your enemies. It's not lesser of two evils. It's not harm reduction. It's these people siphon off what revolutionary spirit a lot of people have and put it back into upholding the system. And,
Yeah.
you know, many of us got excited with people like AOC and Bernie Sanders, and like it makes sense. You want to see some little incremental change within the system, at least more people getting health care, shit like that. Like
Yeah.
you're not dumb for feeling that way, but they're going to betray you every time because that's just how the system works. They wouldn't
Yeah.
be able to be in that position for long if they didn't do that.
Yeah, that's where
Sadly.
leftists and even just progressive movements go to die is in the Democratic Party. That is the function of the Democratic Party. The system is what it does.
Right.
Um
Right.
anyway, so that was just you know, you know, we hear that seeing that shit
Yes.
sucks. But it's good. I think it's important that this is, oh, just because it's well, where is it? There was this tweet that was uh um so this is a thread of of all of look how many fucking
Yes.
people.
I was screaming when I saw this. I was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
they admit it."
It's like
Like,
how did you think I think like I said I think they thought Trump would be worse. Like they were hope
yeah.
that and there's no reason to believe that. Like Trump clearly is also having his own age-related difficulties. I mean, go back and look at him in the 80s and like just like, he's still just as evil, but he's like so clearly uh so clearly more able to speak his mind.
Mhm.
Um and but like yeah, there's something like Biden is clearly really suffering and not
Yeah.
does not have good mental faculties to be making decisions like and again he's a genocide heir, so
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it was painful to watch even in 2020. Like in
yeah,
2020, I remember thinking,
yeah,
and this is just where I was at emotionally. I was like, well, I do hope Biden wins because it's better. That's what I thought at the time. And here we are today. He deported more people, supports the genocide. It ended up not being different. But I really felt at that time, oh, maybe he'll get elected and he'll just die because it sure seems like it's close. Um,
yeah. I
they
do I
just,
do I do think there's a chance now that they'll replace him, and I don't
yeah,
I'm very cautiously optimistic that it will be better for Palestine but not different. Like I think that Joe Biden is like very actively a Zionist, whereas I think most
mm,
Democrats are Zionists because it's convenient, um, and would maybe change course a little bit based on just because it's
yeah.
bad politics at this point. Like they're doing it in spite of it being bad politics at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Joe Biden is immovable. Like he's always been a really staunch Zionist
Yeah,
and also it has no reason to live, so he doesn't care. So anybody else
was
might be a little bit more movable.
was it, I heard this anecdote about Joe Biden. I believe it was Nixon. Please, someone correct me if I'm wrong. When Israel invaded another country. I'm sorry, I'm getting.
Lebanon, maybe.
I think it was Lebanon, and Nixon called and was like, "Knock it off." Um,
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Biden, who was a senator at a time, went and met with the. It wasn't Netanyahu, it was somebody else, the then prime minister of Israel, and was like, "Don't let cowards talking about civilians scare you." Like literally, he said something to that effect. Like, you know,
Evil,
yeah, like keep going.
evil,
And
evil,
so,
evil.
yeah, Biden is on the right of Nixon on this issue. Like,
Yeah,
please correct me if that. I know it was a. I'm pretty sure it was Nixon. It may have been Reagan. Someone please correct me.
right.
I get
Yeah, that
down.
sounds right. That sounds like Nixon would be the most likely Republican to do that. Weirdly, there's just a few weird things about Nixon like that, where it's like, oh, he kind of went off, but not really. You do not have to hand it to him.
You do not.
You do not by any means have to hand it to him.
Reagan was super hardcore Zionist, right? Probably not him. Okay,
Yeah,
that does track.
yeah,
I mean, he is the devil.
yeah, yeah.
So anyway, um,
Oof.
I don't know if you have any more to say on that.
Um, no, I don't think so. I think that about covers it. It is really interesting to see members of the media in major liberal publications so openly talking about having no confidence in Joe
Yeah,
Biden.
there
Like
was
that's a big change.
there was some there was like some quote from a reporter that somebody like what was like a major donor or somebody high up within the Democratic Party, like they weren't named, said like it's over. Like that was the quote, it's over. Like it's
Yep.
so Jover, it's never been more Jover. I really hope that
Yeah.
they said Jover and they just the reporter just edited it.
Yeah. But that's what the Democrats are designed to do. They're designed to lose and to do
Yeah,
nothing. I think it was the Trillbillies who had they were quoting a statement from a campaign advisor for the Biden campaign, or it was a profile of her. And half of the people interviewed about this campaign
yeah,
director said, like, well, nobody's gonna blame her when they lose.
yeah.
Like they they're already resigned anyway,
It
which
was
is
Reagan,
they did.
really? Yeah.
Okay.
Even the
Thank you
fucking
for looking that up,
Zionist,
Weasel
even the
Blue.
staunch Zionist had to be like, knock it off. Uh yeah, this doesn't this probably doesn't what what are you doing? This probably doesn't have yeah, this is fucking great. Get Weasel Ploof. This is
Yeah,
from the
thank you.
New York Times from at the moment. Please, if you're in the chat and you're at your computer and you want to fact check shit for us, please do. I would love for people to um correct me and help me with the details
Yeah,
because I don't always have the
yeah.
best memory. Um,
Always welcome.
West Beirut.
Okay. Yep. Moving on.
Yeah. So this probably doesn't talk about Biden, but yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah. Thank you for looking that up.
um, so that's the piss course.
Yes. That's the dark piss course. We have a stupider piss course later
Yeah, a more
that maybe
fun
we
one.
can do as like a break in between brackets or something like that.
That
I
was
think we
what I was thinking. Let's get into some
yeah.
fun stuff. Before
Yeah.
we go to our first bracket, um, I didn't actually save this on purpose, but when I was looking for that tweet that had all of those articles, I did find I did see this, and this guy's basically a doll. Maybe we can find him and put him in the dollhouse. Because I really like this guy. So, Japan's major broadcaster NHK is required to give airtime to candidates running for governor of Tokyo, including the local Joker cosplay candidate.
Yay! This is how it should be. I can't hear them.
It's
Oh, or
really
is it just
quiet
very
because it's
faint?
somebody.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's somebody recording their TV. Let me.
Wow. I wonder what the Joker candidates' positions are.
Yeah, he's also like far away from the mic too.
I love the sign language interpreter. Like,
I literally
yeah,
didn't
he's laughing.
understand. I thought this was someone he brought. I was like, who is this? And then I realized, I was like, oh, she's fucking signing laughing, which is
Yes.
incredible.
Those pants are sick. Oh my god, those heels. What the fuck? The
Yeah.
platforms.
It
It's so
looks like
cunty. What the fuck?
actually, now that you mentioned those pants, it looks like he, do you think he painted those or do you think he bought those?
Maybe. Maybe somebody painted them, maybe. Wow, this is fucking sick. We need to get on this level.
Yeah, I wonder I'd love to see a full video and like with subtitles and find out what he said.
Now, this is the kind of campaign reform. I know I just said all this anti-reformist shit, but if every candidate had to be on got to be on television,
Okay,
that would be something.
did you see that RFK was also streaming?
No.
Yeah,
I
he was
I would
doing like
love to.
a competing fucking stream where he was on the
Yeah.
debate. Where's the fucking?
Oh my
Uh,
god, answering the same questions like, well, here's what I would have said if anybody fucking asked
no,
me.
he was answering different questions.
Oh yeah, but just himself.
Yes.
Because sometimes like the like third party candidates will do a debate together. That's happened before, but
He had his own
he's just doing
moderator
his
asking
own
his
thing.
own questions.
Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah. There was a picture, I can't find it right now, of like what was showing on screen, which was like very funny because it was like Trump. Yeah, here's another good one. It was Trump and
That's really
Biden, and
funny.
then him sort of sadly also superimposed next to them as if he was like on stage, but in a corner where no one could see.
That is so good. Just rewrite reality. That's what we're all doing anyway at this point.
Oh, very funny.
God.
Very, very funny.
TheRealDebate.com. That's really good.
Is that what it was? I didn't
Yeah,
see
that was his
that.
website. Was TheRealDebate.com. Oh.
Oh, very, very funny. Oh, man.
Oh.
All right.
I have seen some RFK banners in my neighborhood before. Not a
Really?
ton, but I have. Yeah.
I got an
Really
uncle.
makes you think.
I got an uncle
I got an uncle. That's
who's an
it.
RFKer. I should talk to him and find out. I'm afraid to, but I should. All right. So let's go to the motherfucking dollhouse.
Yes. Oh,
Oh, thank you.
thank you for the
Oh,
follow,
thank you,
Marquez.
Marquez.
Yeah.
Gave out 2
Yeah.
community subs. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
that's awesome. Thank you,
It
Marquez.
apparently says follow on. I think I broke the thing because it says thank you for following. I think I noticed that last week that it says the wrong. Yeah, it's just multiple times saying thank you for following.
Yeah.
I
Marquez just keeps changing their mind. Like, well, you lost me for a second there, but we're back. You
we're
know?
back. We're so back.
I get
um
it. I get it.
uh
Oh,
all
that's
right.
so
Let's
generous. Thank you so much. Everybody who has that gifted sub, use your dump truck and piss emojis now that you have them. Enjoy them.
um oh, is this gonna oh no. I just realized. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
anyway,
build dump trucks.
um welcome to the
Here we
dollhouse.
are. Speaking of real presidential candidates,
Yeah.
there's my boy, Ronald Paul.
Ronald Paul. So, you might notice something. A nice addition that we have here. Um,
Yes.
uh, you know how much I love some people might not know how much I love retro tech. So I had to get the CRT in there. So I've moved people around just to make room. So they're all still there.
Mhm. They're
Um,
gathered around the TV.
They're gathered around the TV. We have re-equipped. Oops. Yeah,
Oh, yes.
we've re-equipped the buttons. So
Ooh,
we've got, people can move around again. Got Spoonie too.
love
Um,
it.
but the cool thing about the CRT is it's real.
Oh my God. Is that Twitter in the CRT?
Yeah. So they
You
can
guys,
so they
isn't this
can
insane what she's
so th-
done?
they can watch the TV now, and it's
Oh
live.
my
We
God.
can scroll around.
Oh my God,
Uh
they can watch the Joker. This
they
is
can yeah,
so ins
they can watch the Joker. They need to see the Joker. Oh, this is perfect
Oh
cuz it's a
my.
recording of a TV too.
Yeah, holy shit.
That's really
Wow.
good. That's really good.
And debate chat is smiling at it. He loves it.
He loves it.
He gets it. He's like,
Jerma's
that's
a
also a way to turn down a question, is to just laugh.
Jerma's a little concerned.
Yeah.
Ron Paul is resigned to the Joker.
Yes. He knows
um,
he's not gonna win.
yeah. Um, so
God, those
yep, and
shoes are
and
such
we
a
can
deal.
zoom right in, so we can just watch the TV. Um, and
Oh.
uh,
Oh.
and and then they could go in
Oh.
front of the
Oh, they
TV.
could come
They could
comment
come in.
on it.
Yeah, they could.
Wow. We
Jerma
could
can
do a
give the
whole
Joker
like
a little kiss.
mwah. This is like a YouTuber with a rant sona. Like we can just react to some we can have Germa react to things as our
Yep.
rant sona
Yep.
YouTube
Um.
video essay. Oh my god.
Yeah. We also uh we also have I moved the for updates. I moved the murder board, and this is an updated murder board that does have the the correct um name. It does say Mark Frost instead of
Mm.
Robert Frost. And
Robert Frost.
this also is my magic technology where we can zoom as far as we want into this
And enhance. Oh
and
my
enhance
god.
it.
Let's just really get up in Anthony Hopkins's grill.
Yeah,
Just
it's very
yeah.
slow because of the way I have done it, and like basically the way my zoom works is it gets slower further I zoom in, so I just have to keep clicking it. But
Wow.
oops.
Oh, whoa. Hopefully that doesn't give anybody motion sickness.
Oh, I didn't even think
Let us
about
know.
that. That wasn't supposed to work
Yeah.
like that. I don't know why I did that. But
No.
anyway, so unfortunately that is like um pretty I have to do that. Like I had to actually cut that out of the background for that to work. If I It's hard to explain. So every prop can't be that detailed. But
Mhm.
in the Discord, I don't have a credits page still, but you can find it. Join the Piscord if you haven't. It's in our older streams. Uh, but we do have people were very very kind in posting a ton of awesome props for the Dollhouse. Um, so uh, we have a couple props here, and they're kind of too small to read, so I'll have to make them bigger.
Oh my god. Is that somebody's driver's license? What is
It is
that?
not. Oh, I'm so glad you didn't see this in the. So it's this is not a driver's license. This is this is a
What the
toaster
fuck is
license.
this? What the
You
hell?
have to have seen this clip, right?
I don't know what this is.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Um, let's bring it up on the TV. Hold on. Let's bring it up. Um, uh, it's off, and then I can turn it on. Eventually, I need to get a noise for
Oh
that.
my god.
Here, let me turn it off while I find it, just in case. I can't believe you. I'm sure you'll recognize this when I. This was in honor of having Ron Paul and
Oh,
libertarianism.
really?
Yes.
Should someone have to have a government-issued license to drive a car?
Hell no.
What's next? Requiring a license to make toast in your own damn toaster?
Oh my god. Oh, this is Gary Johnson.
Drive?
Oh.
I'd like to see some competency exhibited by people before they drive.
Woo, they
Have you
hate him
never
for
seen that?
No,
Really?
I that was when I was out of the libertarian zone, in my deep shame.
I've just seen. Yeah, maybe you avoided it specifically because I watched it and was like, I don't know if I watched
That's
it at
so
the time,
fucking
but another.
They were booing him for. Oh, wow.
Yeah, his fucking
whips.
Exhibited by people before they drive.
his.
How dare you?
We got some of that last night with Trump. Like, Biden was like, I'm looking at a felon, and Trump was like, I mean, you got me there. He did that a couple times, which is funny. Anyway, one funny thing is when I turn on or off the TV, you notice it like moves
Oh
a
yeah.
little. That is
Oh,
because groups are
why?
fucked up in OBS, and so I can't fix that. It just does that.
Bye, TV floor.
So anyway, let's bring up where are we at on. Do you have challenge up? I didn't actually bring it up.
Yes, I do. I do have our brackets. I can put that in the screen share real quick. Though it's kind of, I don't think it really helps people understand anything to look at it on here because just how it breaks down the brackets, but the order is weird. But we are making our way through round 2. For people who don't know, we took your recommendations and we are still accepting them. I pinned the link to join the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, do that because we had a Google form you could fill out and recommend people to have in the Dollhouse. We went through our first round completely, getting some of our winners, and we are working our way through the second round. So far, we are still on new combatants who have not won any rounds yet. This is their first time entering the Dollhouse bracket competition, but soon we'll be circling back and seeing some of our previous victors.
Yeah. So
defeating each other.
I did realize so some people were like, I was kind of like, I don't know how. Basically this is going to only end with one winner. And
Right.
Obviously we should put more of these, like we've actually put a bunch of losers in here and we haven't put any winners in. So I was thinking about that because I was like, well, we could just run the whole thing again. I do still want to do that in a faster. I think what I want to do is do this faster because we're like actually showing each one of these matchups and doing it in the Twitch chat, which I think is really fun. But I think we could do it so like everybody can just vote on all of them. Just like
we could do it in the
link.
Discord maybe.
Yeah, there's some way to do it so we people can just vote on all the matchups and we can just do it like pretty much instantly. But I did have the idea that what we should do is we should decide a level of winners because this brings like levels of matches up, right? So we're still basically on the first level. We're kind of in like the bye round now, so this is technically the second level of winners, but they're still all new matchups. But what I was thinking is once we get to a certain level, and I don't know how many people we should do, and I think we should decide this. I think once we get to a certain level, every winner will just join. But the winner of the whole thing, I will add a bunch of poses for. So there will still be a reason to get to the top. I will add. I'm not going to say a number, and it's going to depend, fam. It's going to depend on how good the pictures are of this person. If we find
Right.
somebody, but I promise, if this person is from a movie, I will watch the movie, go frame by frame, and find sources. Like, I will put in the work to make sure this fucking person has a bunch of poses that we can play with, including video poses. I still have to figure out how to
Yes.
take backgrounds out of videos. I haven't figured that out yet, but I will, and I'll put video poses in. So if there's a scene of him dancing, he'll dance, or him, her, or them, or Z's there, whoever it is, I will put this person in a ton of poses. And there will be a main character, and main characters, I think, are going to be a level of character that is going to be immune from getting kicked. Because I think we're going to do a bunch of challenges where people are going to get kicked. But I think Germa and Ron Paul, they're safe from that. Spoonie, safe from that.
Oof, yes.
Unless me or you like change our pick or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
So
like a
that's the
Final
deal.
Four kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like all of the Final Four or Final Five or whatever.
Yeah, can you scroll around
However
on
it
this? How does
produces.
this work out
It
at the
won't let me
end?
side scroll. It won't let me side scroll. Top
That's
8. I guess there's a top 8.
yeah, click that,
That's
see
the
what
last
happens.
round. Yeah, I mean there's nobody in
So
yet.
that'll be
So that's round 5.
So that'll be 4
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
It will end up at the so
Okay, so the winners of the top 8. You're
4
saying. So the top 4.
we could do top 8 too. How many rounds will they have won? Maybe try top 16, see, just so I can visualize. Yeah. So they'll once they get into the top 8, they'll have done at least 2, I think 3 matchups.
Yeah. So so we're gonna round 3 is when everybody will be at least in their second fight. And then there's round 4 and then 5.
So we'll do top
8.
8, I think. We'll put 8 motherfuckers in. And then top 1 will be we'll get a bunch of poses, and then I think next time we do the Dollhouse after that. And this is going to take a long time, we're realizing.
Yeah, well, it's gonna get faster though. We're shaving people off, you know.
And we won't have to reintroduce people after we get through all the new people. We won't have to reintroduce people.
Right. So that makes a big difference. It's Farrar said, "Are we still doing the 0 votes equals it gets added anyway thing?" I think so.
Yeah, I think
it's
so.
funny.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna every stream we're gonna do at least one rando of the losers. So there's gonna be a ton of people in here, but we're gonna have to immediately. The house it's gonna be a full house. The house gonna be too full. So I think after this, we're gonna have to cut a bunch of people that got in somehow.
Yeah.
And hopefully a quicker way.
Yeah. So we're gonna have brackets to go in and brackets to go out, and that's just life. That's the cycle of life.
Yeah.
So should I take us to the PowerPoint and look at our first matchup? All right. Here we are back in the Dollhouse. So where we left off last time, maybe like a month ago at this point, our last fight was Duncan Idaho versus Nathan Lane. And I believe Nathan won because I really boosted for him. So today, our first matchup, and again, we are still on completely new people. These are untested battlers. We have Smoliv, the Pokemon. Looks like a little olive. And then we have Herbie, the chocolate chip-in, which is the personal dog of Crapplebees, who's in the Discord.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize. Okay, I thought this was a famous dog, like a Instagram famous dog. But no, this is just somebody's dog, which I think is really important. Can you go on full screen on
yeah,
this?
let me go slideshow.
Yeah,
there we go.
Now we can we can still see when we
Oh my god. This is so good and it's so insane looking. I love this so much.
Really
All
good. Right. Can we scroll through some of the past matchups just while we're here, just so they could see some of these? Yeah.
Duncan Idaho versus Nathan Lane. I wish I had it like in The Incredibles where they show all of the heroes dying against the robot. But Duncan Idaho died. Rest in piss. I can't remember who won in this matchup. I think it might have been Bus Hammock guy.
I think it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Angry Bus Hammock guy won. Jean-Luc Picard won over Naomi Klein. Sorry, Naomi. I think Miss Frizzle beat Ursula. Yeah, Miss Frizzle won.
Yeah.
Freddie Fazbear won against Kelvin Gemstone. Spike Spiegel won. Oh, I can't remember who won in this matchup. Let me check.
I think it was.
Kristen Stewart won.
Yeah. Love Live.
Yeah.
Love Live's Bleeding.
I still need to see that movie, but
Me too. So, God.
Yeah. Hannibal won this one, and so on. So
yeah. So just to give you a little bit of history, just a taste.
Yes. And every time we do one of these, we do pick somebody from the losers bracket. So we currently have more losers in the house than winners.
Yes.
If the rules make no sense to you, that's because we don't know what we're doing. And I know that gives some of your autism a problem.
It's what's the word? Distress tolerance. You're getting
yes, that's right.
Distress tolerance.
Yeah, well, this is so I'm in copy edits for my next book. Comes out in March. Hello.
A machine at this point. Literally every time you're like, oh yeah, I'm done with my book. It's like, what? You just started it. You're what?
Blame the mushrooms. In this case, I did mushrooms last summer, and then I wrote a book in like a month. But that one is all about. It's Unmasking Autism 2.0. You know, this time we're going to kill neurotypical people. And so it's all about like self-advocacy and stuff. So there is a lot of like, tolerate uncertainty. How do you do that? So this is a good exercise in tolerating uncertainty because we're playing a game that makes no sense.
All right. Can you move to our actual slide and then we can start? Oh, do we need to do we know anything about these well, let's bring up some info on Smoliv. Is the person whose dog it is in the chat? Do you remember what their username was?
Crab Applebee's. Crapplebees, I mean. No, I don't think they're here. And I don't know if I've ever even seen them in the chat before. Like, they might be a lurk squad. Or either way, we love you. Thank you for the nomination.
Yeah, there was a link.
Yeah, if you want to at them Air Gender in the Discord and give them a chance to speak Herbie's piece to stump for this candidate, definitely can give them that opportunity.
So here is Smoliv. Smoliv is grass normal. I love this. I want to go to the wiki for any character we get. Since we're doing it slow like this, I want to do every character that has a wiki article. We got to go to the wiki article. I think that's a new rule. They're a grass normal. They have abilities early bird and harvest. And they seem like a pretty chill Pokemon.
Hell yeah. We were talking about this before the stream started. There are many inanimate object Pokemon, especially as you go farther and farther out in the generations. And some of them suck. Hongi or whatever it's called, that fucking sword. I hate that bitch. But this is a cute guy.
I like the sword ones. I actually specifically said the key one and you said the sword ones, but I kind of like it.
I do like that this one looks like it's in pain. That's always cute.
Marquez says, I love Smoliv. My partner is Smoliv. I'm assuming you mean in Pokemon. And not that your partner's like Pokesona is a Smoliv, which I would support, but
he's got anxiety. Yes, he does. Like, I love Mimikyu. I love all the little sad fucking wretched creatures.
Let's take a look at let me bring up the
Herbie.
Yeah, the drive, because there was a link in the drive, so we can at least look at that.
the nomination form. I don't think we got a ton of info on Herbie, but thank you, Crapplebees, sincerely for giving us such a good quality photo of them.
Yeah.
That is full body, was easy to transparent, all of that stuff. Or already was transparent, I think, in this case. Huge thanks to you for that.
Yep, it was just this picture. It was just this picture that was well.
Yeah, that's all we know. That's all we need to know.
Really good dog.
Thank
An
you.
extremely good dog. Thank
Very
you for that,
good.
Callisto.
Thank you. Oh, I should mention, while that Callisto is here, some of you may have noticed that you've been given mod privileges
Oh yeah.
overnight without us asking you. That means that we have an ongoing, rapport to a certain extent, and we trust you to know when to delete bullshit.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to have a little extra help because that Callisto is already doing so much for us. And not only is it unpaid, it is actually paying to be here now with this subscription. So that's fucked up. So if you've been modded and you ever want to help delete hate speech or ban people, which is pretty rare here, that's just, but you have that power now, some of y'all.
You're the top tyrant though, Callisto.
Yes.
Don't worry about that.
Tyrant of our hearts. Yes.
So let's get this let's get this poll going.
Get the poll?
I think I don't have
1 minute
poll
or 2
creation
minutes?
powers because
I got it typed up. I'm ready to shoot.
It's very weird.
Do I need to change your permissions, I wonder?
Yeah, it's not a big deal if you don't mind doing it this time, but it was something I realized.
Okay.
Yeah, so Smoliv and Charlie the Herbie the Chocolate Chippin' Chihuahua Miniature Pinscher, aka Dr. Herbert Herb Weed, or his jazz musician name, Herbonius Jones.
Oh
He
my
loves
God.
food and autism. Oh, I didn't realize this.
Okay,
so
we got
his. He's not well known. He's just my dog, but I think he should replace Ron Paul politics.
Oh my God. How dare you?
I will make a
really
solemn promise
cooking.
if he wins the totality, he can replace Ron Paul politics.
You can't say that. You aren't allowed to say that. That's
not.
my guy.
I'm not. It's true.
All right, should I do a 1 minute or 2 minute poll?
Let's do 2 minutes.
All right, great. We'll give people time. All right, I'm hitting start poll now. That should pop up on your screen, whether you're on desktop or mobile. I'm also seeing, Maddie, there is an option to allow people to spend bickies on additional votes.
What?
So think about that.
That's a thing that people can do now?
That. No, I can put that. I can activate that option so that people could vote multiple times spending their bickies. So I think maybe we should incorporate that into the final round or something spicy.
Yeah, we can also vote. People can gamble on these too, I think. So they can gamble their bickies.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so we should figure that out when we get into the final round.
Yeah. All right, looks like Herbie the Chocolate Chippin' is really coming on strong. If anybody is feeling doubts, you can change your vote, and we still got about a minute to get your votes in.
What do you think our characters are thinking right about now?
I think it's pretty tense. They're on the edge of their seats.
Do we think we have any supporters of either of these characters in particular?
Jeez, some of the I don't know many of their attitudes toward Pokemon or towards dogs.
I bet he'd hate dogs.
Cool Cat.
Cool.
Yeah.
I bet
I think Cool Cat is friends with everybody.
That's true. I think you're right. He might not want to take sides. I just think everybody's cool. I'm Cool Cat.
Oh my God, you're killing me. That was way too accurate. Holy fuck.
I hate bullies. And by bullies, I mean fat people.
Oh my God. Wait, I'm sorry. Fat phobic things?
That's the implication by everything that exists in that movie. It's pretty bad. The bully's the only fat
Oh, the fat
character.
kid, the bad
Yeah.
fat kid. Yeah, that's right. I was like, wait, was he on some Michelle Obama kids lose weight thing? No, but
No.
yeah, the villain was the fat kid. Yeah.
But so Smoliv is decisive victory, 88%. 88%.
Or Herbie? No, Herbie won. Herbie
Sorry,
won.
yes, that's what I meant. Decisive victory over Smoliv. 88% for Herbie the chocolate chip. Just a wonderful showing here.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful dog. Thank you so much for the nomination, Crapplebees, and the excellent photo. He looks nice. He looks good, even though those are little. I was on a gay bar patio, and somebody had their Chihuahua the other day, and I asked this man, "Is your dog Machiavellian?" And he was so scared of me for saying that.
Yeah,
Like,
Devin, that's a scary thing to say to someone.
It's like, is that not a normal thing to say to a stranger about their dog? Like, I was like, I'm gonna be fun. I'm gonna be outgoing.
I do love that. I shouldn't like poo-poo on that because I do really like that.
Yeah, his reaction. I was like, I got the Sims like minus sign.
Old man will remember that.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go to the next slide and see who we got. Oh
Yes, we have. This is a great one because putting this together, I learned a little bit. So first we have Carmi of the Bear, noted rat boy of the moment. The Bear is a Chicago-based show about a chef who goes back to the family hot dog business, and everybody yells and everybody's very stressed out, and it's very triggering for anybody who's worked in food service, and people want to fuck this man because he looks like a rat. And then we have Naomi Wu, sexy cyborg, who is like this tech maven, post-humanist. I had not heard of her before, but she seems really fucking cool. I don't know if you know anything about
Are you
her.
gonna be surprised when I tell you I have? I had heard of her before, and I was very excited to see her. So my relation with her content is that I followed her on YouTube years and years and years ago when I had for a while, and I should get back into this because I still really like this kind of content. I had a great love of like maker content where people would just do videos of them like making shit. Tested was like a great big example, but and I followed her and I ended up stopping watching her videos because they were too technical for me. I did not understand her videos because she's much smarter than me. They were just like
Yes.
really technical videos about like gear mostly, like, oh, I have this 3D printer and here's these like super specific specs and shit like that, and it was very cool, but I was like, I'm too stupid for this bimbo. She is the opposite of she's just so fucking cool from everything I've
Yeah.
seen, and she's like had like I remember that she had some trouble, like she's been really rejected from the tech world because everybody's like, she looks like this and people think she's dumb, like obviously, and that's like part of the bit, like clearly.
Right.
That she's like, this is transhumanism, you know what I mean? I don't know if she's like described it in that way, but it's very much her whole vibe. Is like, you know, I can be whoever I want to be and I'm super fucking cool. And so she's like I think she's been expelled from tech conferences and stuff like that.
That sucks ass.
Yeah.
God, yeah, she seems so fucking cool. Let me click on her YouTube real quick because, and she's from Shenzhen, China. Not a model, no pics in fancy rooms, beaches, or nice cars. Just me in cute outfits when I'm not in my workshop.
Yep.
So this is just, like her doing her thing, and then her YouTube.
Welcome to my channel.
Oh God. I'm hearing that doubled. Hold on.
Yeah, I just paused it. I won't play anything. Yeah, here's her in her workshop doing her thing. Let's see what some of these videos are here. Off grid with dog power. Oh, this is cute.
Hold on. We can is it
Swimming with a pool cleaning robot. I'm gonna subscribe to her. This shit's cool as fuck.
Oh, I see. I'm very confused what I've done here.
Sorry for the sound. Just gonna go with it muted right now. But see what this dog power e-moose battery is. And her little Rosie the Riveter ass fit.
Her fits are so good. Okay, I think you
Yeah.
should be able to do audio now.
Okay.
Power is there when
Nope.
you need it.
There's
Oh,
still.
I
It's
hear
still.
it. Okay,
Yeah, I
PDA
don't
stuff.
know. I don't know what I've done.
It's okay. It's okay. We're just gonna get a flavor for a little bit of what she's working on here. So I guess this is okay. So this is the e-moose battery. And I guess she's talking about how you can use a bunch of different sources to like store energy in it. So a wind turbine, electric pump, solar, and she's gonna do it with dog power.
Oh my god, this is so cool. Oh my god, look at her
Yes.
dogs.
They're so cute.
Oh, she's so fucking
And she's
cool.
yes. She's got this treadmill that she's gonna have her dogs run on, and then it's gonna feed energy into the battery.
Oh my god, this video is much more pop understandable than I remember too. So I wonder if she's pivoted a little bit, which is good for me because I didn't really understand her videos but this was years and years ago. So she's been doing this shit for a long time.
Yeah. Oh my god. Wow. And then she's doing a little historical drop here, info drop on people actually using dogs as power generators.
I've heard of this. Yeah, it was like a kitchen thing, and there are certain breeds.
I've never heard of that before. That's crazy.
There were certain breeds that were bred for it specifically. I don't know if it was widespread, but it was a thing in like England, I think.
Wow. That's so tight. So here she is assembling it. Let's skip ahead maybe and see the dog on the treadmill. Oh, here we go.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Holy fuck. Oh my god, what a good boy. Only at using a chest harness they can rest against. Oh, very smart. Don't want to choke them with a neck collar if they stop moving. Oh my god. This is incredible.
He seems to be into it.
I mean, I would imagine so many dogs would be like.
This dog looks like husky adjacent, and those dogs have so much fucking energy.
Yeah, put a fucking border collie on there or something. Just one that you just need to run ragged.
Yeah. And
Weaselpoof says, "Rip Carmi from the bear."
Let's bring up Carmi from the bear for a second.
Yeah.
I do love here. I was thinking. Let me bring up his like wiki or something.
Yeah, or like since the sound is weird, I probably can't do it. But if you want to bring up a clip, I haven't watched the show other than one episode, so I don't know any iconic moments. But
yeah, I've never seen it.
Well,
it sounds scary to me.
Yeah, it's stressful, and it just has a sense of humor that it's really hard for shows to have a sense of humor that I can fuck with. It just felt like stupid to me, but I know people like a lot of it.
My name's Carmen.
I've heard this is is iconic, so we won't watch this whole 7.
My brother was an addict.
His emotional climax.
And this morning, sorry.
This is really
I forgot.
fucking stupid.
Before I came to Al-Anon, I was a cook. I mean, I'm still a cook. I'm just a different kind of cook, I guess.
It's actually one of my favorite shows ever, and I absolutely love this guy named Carmen. It's a good name.
You know, that's when we were closest. Food was always our common ground. We wanted to open a restaurant together. We had a name, we had a vibe, all of it.
So obviously we're not going to watch this whole thing. So let's see him be sadder.
It means a lot to me. I just don't know if it ever meant anything to him.
Does seem like quite a performance from the very little.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Chicago, baby, the L, baby.
So, Maddie, there's plenty of rat boys that you've been found attractive, probably.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
I'm a rat boy. I love a rat boy genius.
Yeah.
How
do you feel about this man?
I think he's attractive, but I don't see the insane lust over him. But I have to imagine it's competency is extremely hot. So I imagine it's got to be that's got to be the thing, right? And the like emotional detachment, and I'm imagining that this is like you know, the most emotional he gets, and he's telling his very sad story, and he's still kind of, you know, deadpan. So I can get into that. He's just tired. That tracks.
Yeah.
A tired rat boy. I'm assuming, I don't see it just physically. Like, I do think he's attractive for sure, but he's not the, you know, I'm not dying to fuck him. It's not like, God, I can't not fuck him. Like, I'm not there with him.
Right.
But
Right.
I can imagine watching the show how you would feel about that, how you would get to that point.
Yeah, I think he is very well cast for this role. Like, I feel like I know this dude. Like, I've known so many dudes like this who are either bartenders or cooks or whatever, who are a little rough around the edges and have had a hard life, but are also very sensitive. And you know,
totally.
It's easy to be a fool for dudes like that. Even though he in particular isn't doing anything for me, but that I haven't watched the show, so you know. And yeah, Chicago. A lot of Chicago people really like this show. They're really glad to see Chicago mentioned. And they like him.
Chicago native and award-winning chef Carmi leaves the world of fine dining to take control of his family restaurant following the suicide of his older brother Mikey. I hope that's not a spoiler. While his efforts to revitalize the restaurant are largely successful, he ultimately closes down the restaurant in favor of opening a new one. I think that is kind of spoilery, but I feel like I knew that already, and I haven't watched the show, so hopefully that's not too spoilery.
Right. Yeah. All right, should we start this poll up?
Yeah, let's start the poll.
Okay.
I think these are two good contenders.
Yeah. They're both sexy, competent people with like a little weird flavor to them.
Mm-hmm. So while this vote is going, I wanted to, and that is going. So like I said, we've had some great props added. That's not the only prop I added. I also added, oh my God, this is so small. I have to this isn't, like I've said, this is an instrument that I haven't actually learned that well yet. So we can go through another couple prompts. You can see they're small, but Devin, do you recognize this?
No.
That is the linoleum knife from Hannibal.
Oh.
I thought you would know what this is because I don't really know what
it is. I don't really know what that is either. I've watched the show, but like if it was something from the movies, I would be like, oh, it's fucking, you know, whatever. But I've only watched the show through once.
Yeah, I think it is the show.
Yeah.
So fake fan. No, I'm
fake fan. Fake guru. Oh, Hanny guts Will with it. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, thank you.
I didn't know if that was a spoiler, so I didn't. I didn't.
Oh,
But I
well,
mean,
they do a lot of that stuff to each other. It's
okay.
you don't know what time.
Yeah. Who's?
Everybody gets stabbed in the neck and everything.
Yeah. Was it you? Was it you, artistic mom? Because I think you said penetrates, which I really liked. Oh, and we do have a
And
winner. We do
yes,
have a
Sexy
winner.
Cyborg won with 80%. I think it was pretty hard to defeat a very smart woman with huge jugs who dresses cute and has dogs that are cute. So good job, Carmi, but you were never gonna win that one.
She's just so our aesthetic here on the show.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could get her on the show. That'd be sick.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh,
She
she
seems like
seems
she would
cool
love
as
being a
fuck.
doll in our dollhouse.
Oh my god, yes. Yeah, we should
Look at this picture
should
of her. Is
definitely
perfect.
so good. Yeah, it's doll like. So immediately, the bimbofication robotification fetishist in me was like, yo, like
Yeah. Oh yeah. Um. So we got that. Oh, so what I was trying to say is, so lots of amazing props have been added in the Discord. There's a couple other secret ones maybe we'll see that I've placed around. But I really was hoping the one thing that this dollhouse does not have is pride shit. I was gonna add pride shit to it before the stream because this is our last stream in Pride Month, right?
yes. Yeah, we're
So
entering America month and
yeah.
shame month.
So if you are at a computer and you want and you want to, I want people to start putting pride props in the Discord, in the Discord dollhouse stream. Please make them already. Go to remove.bg, take the background out would be a huge help, but I can do that on air. But please throw a bunch of shit in there. Oh my god, subscribers! We have a new emote, and I kept forgetting to tell you about it. I'm not actually subscribed, so I can't use it. I think you can use it, Devin.
That's sad.
I think I called it Pride.
Oh shit! I haven't seen
so.
this.
It's like, Doc. Yeah, there you go. Hell yeah.
Wait, where is it? I don't see it.
Is that
I don't see that. Oh, there we go. Oh my god.
And
this is so fucking good.
And that is the
groomers.
Original, yep, that is the original Pride flag. I couldn't put groomers in the emoji because you can use it on other people's chat, and I didn't want a groomers emoji.
That's smart.
What did I call it? Pride? Is the Hitachi boot going in? God, I wish we could.
Maybe
we could put a
wish.
censored
Oh
version
my
in.
god, Cass. How about we just make it really small and we just test and we get it a little bigger every time.
So we get banned.
And we just test the boundaries. That might be fun.
So yes, please put pride props. I want to put a shitload in them over the course of this stream while we're doing these votings. So while we're doing that, while people are, oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
An anonymous gifter too. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the support.
Moth them 69, extremely good name and extremely good first chat. Lol, they have mini Hitachi now. I did not know that. That's incredible.
That's nice. That's I don't know what it is, but there's something about the main Hitachi that's like, I don't want to have sex with a vacuum cleaner. Get that out of here.
And you have to use the one
Yeah.
with the cord because that's more powerful. You should.
Yeah,
the corded one is better.
But the colors are so gross and medicinal, and it's so huge. Like I've never fucked with a Hitachi, but a baby one, somehow that changes everything.
I'm medical play is not my thing, like exactly, but I can get with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like kinks like that where like it's not your thing, but you'd be happy, you'd be into it if somebody, you wouldn't just be like accept it if a partner had it. You'd be like down with it. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
Where it's like it's that edge edge case.
Yeah. It's thematic enough that you can kind of incorporate it into what grinds your own crank. And a lot of
Yeah.
medical stuff is like that for me, frankly. If it's not too, I can't really do blood or anything like that, but a lot of medical things are like, oh, you're gonna strap me down. Like that's brainwashing adjacent, you know, and pet play is kind of like that. Bimbo is kind of like that.
Yeah.
So I could see Hitachi being cute in that context, but divorced from that context is just so ugly to me. I don't know.
Does the Yowie Wrap Ford truck count as pride prop? Absolutely. You are going to have to pretty heavily censor that. I'm assuming. I have not seen this. But if you could censor that in a way that Twitch will not get mad at us, please put it in the
Oh, is it
Discord.
like one of those ahegao kind of shirts kind of thing?
I'm guessing. Oh, that would be fine. We could have that. That doesn't have any dicks or dicks in it.
Look, Yowie Ford truck.
MK, your first time chat. Welcome. Are you in the Discord? Because if you're not, please join and put it there.
I think the Yowie truck, I'm looking at it. I think we could get away with this. And I just see men's backs.
All right, we can.
And it's a full shot that would be pretty easy to remove .bg. So we need a garage for the house.
We do. I've thought of that.
Yeah. Looks like MK is going to share in the Discord. Thank you so much.
Oh, I do. I have brought it up now. That's really good.
It's really strong.
Oh, that's really strong. Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to retweet that shit right now because that's good.
I found it in a subreddit called Regular Car Reviews, which I guess is a car, a YouTube review. All right, I'll remove .pg that. Let's get the next one going. And we can
great.
We can add some props in once we get to the voting.
While we're voting and stuff. Perfect. All right, this is a great lineup. We have the cursed Renesmee doll from Twilight. I can explain to anyone who doesn't know what the fuck that is. And then we have Jarvis Cocker of the band Pulp, which I believe was a Gavin submission, our resident Britpop expert. And, you know, noted old man fuckers. Get into it.
I don't know this band, so I think we should pull our Gav, you're in the chat, right? I saw it. I don't know if you're still around.
Yeah.
Do you have a 10-second, like, tell me what song and what 10 seconds? If you can think of one. Because we can just play a couple, like not even 10 seconds, like a couple people. Okay, Common People.
Oh, Common People. Yeah, that's the iconic one. Yeah.
Do you know whereabouts should I in the song? Do you know?
I do not.
I'll just do the middle then.
Yeah, yes. Scrub and see what's most popular.
Oh, that's right.
That stuff comes in clutch, honestly.
Yeah, that's so. Oh, the whole thing is equally as popular.
Wow, everybody loves it.
We can watch a.
Oh my god, I love this aesthetic. It's very Second Life.
Yeah, it's very Dollhouse coded. So yeah, we can watch a little bit of this on mute, and then we can kind of see. Probably not a lot of it even on mute because they get weird about.
Yeah.
This is even very Dollhouse.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, his swag. Oh, he's such a little skinny little rat boy. I love it. Oh, this is cute as fuck. Oh, he's cute.
Common people like me, but she didn't understand.
Making it super small so we don't get yelled at.
Oh, I didn't even think of it. Oh, I didn't realize I had accidentally reset it. That was kind of perfect, actually.
Yeah. That might help protect us.
He's
the twinkiest twink to not be gay, Gavin says.
I'm very proud of myself that I somehow managed to get the title of the, like, I played like 2 seconds of it and I got the title of the song.
Yes.
That's
Common People mentioned.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so flamboyant. This is great. And his little swag. This was such an era for men.
Yeah. Return.
Yeah. Like Franz Ferdinand boys. Like I know that's a very different genre and moment in music in some ways, but like just this aesthetic of like little dapper little straight twinks. I love it. And yeah, the Renesmee doll. So Maddie, I think we've talked about this before. You've watched Twilight? You haven't
I've watched all of
Twilight?
the Twilights now. Didn't we do that in the
Okay.
Discord, in our pandemic Discord hang? Or maybe we watched
Oh,
at least
did
one
we?
of them?
Maybe we did, yeah. So I think at this point, Renesmee has become enough of a meme that probably most people know. And if you didn't already know, maybe you watched the ContraPoints video about Twilight. But Renesmee is Bella's baby that she gets pregnant by Edward, and it's a vampire baby in her human body that's grows at a freakishly fast rate. So it's like one of those sci-fi mystical pregnancies where she goes from 0 to baby's chewing itself out of her within like a day, and the baby like breaks her spine, and she has to get a vampire blood transfusion so she doesn't die, and that makes her the coolest vampire ever with purple eyes, and she can fight mountain lions and all this kind of shit. And Renesmee grows up super fast.
Do you
Sorry,
think
what
we
were you gonna say?
can we well, I've been doing edits, so if I have to edit this out, it's fine. We got to show a quick clip of Renesmee because she's so upsetting.
Yeah. So she's I can't remember what the term is in the book, but like she's not a, crazy bloodlust filled child that has been vampirized. She's this incredibly intelligent, magical baby that grows super fast, and Bella's friend Jacob imprints on her, and they're going to get married one day, even though he's a grown man and she's a child. Woo, thank you for the sub, Quarian8.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Streak. Yes. So much support.
Thank you so much.
And so to film it, they used a mix of CGI and this awful doll.
Yeah, let's keep this muted.
So this won't be
small.
Yeah, this won't be the doll because this is her as a baby. So the clip below that'll have her as the. Doll.
The baby was pretty weird too.
The baby's also weird. It's all CGI. Yeah. Yeah, and this is Jacob.
Imprinting on Renesmee, because it turns out that the reason he liked Bella and was imprinted on Bella is he was actually imprinted on one of her eggs.
Yeah.
Real fucked up.
Which he should have. Very strange. Very interesting. And ContraPoints goes into all of what the fuck latent heterosexual desires this represents, and it's very interesting.
Where's the baby? The thumbnail had oh yeah, here.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, come on, don't fail us now, internet connection.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, and this is him like having a vision of her as a grown up, though again she ages rapidly, so that's a little complicated. She's actually 300 years old, you guys, so it's fine.
It's like the opposite though, right? Like
yeah. Yeah, this grown woman is actually 2 months old, so it's not fine.
It's very not fine.
But it's magic. And then yeah, there's Rosalie holding the baby doll in that thumbnail right below. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, this is like a whole interview thing.
Yeah, but you might see that if it's a behind the scenes, it might show them like.
Oh yeah, with the actual
looks. Well, it's yeah.
God, that's so weird.
Yes, it looks really good, and it's held up really well.
It didn't look good then, I don't think.
No. Oh no. Oh, here's my genius baby who's 2 seconds old, and Jacob will like babysit her, like her like fated husband that she has no choice in the matter of who she ends up with. And the baby has like future sight or something too. She's magic.
Yeah, there we go. Here's some.
Yes. She's growing freakishly fast.
Oh man, that's weird looking.
Yes, it's very weird. the composite of her as like an adult and teenager looks really strange. This is all stuff they would just have an AI shit out today if they were making it. So just think about that.
Yeah. Yeah, here's the doll. Was this actually in it at all? Like, did they use this doll?
Yeah.
In the
I think they added some CGI effects on top, but the doll. Oh wait. Sleepy Lily 101 says, wasn't the doll so bad they had to scrap it and use a different one and computer graphics? That might be true. Oh my god, she looks so fucking cursed. It's so good.
I think
she's kind of cute too at the same time, like E.T.
It's very camp. It's very camp.
It's very something.
So like I said, we got to pull up the wikis. Here is Pulp Wiki. Look at this fucking website, my friends.
Oh, I love the colors.
It's really good. So let's go to the band members. Cocker, right? Jarvis Cocker?
Yep. It is.
To do. That's all we get for them.
Oh my god. No, they're sleeping on him.
Oh, that's really funny. Do you think
He's 60 years old.
Are they?
They did the other guys.
They did everyone but the fucking singer?
That's hilarious.
That's really funny.
That's some kind of dig. I don't even know.
He was also in Relaxed Muscle.
Okay, not heard of that band.
There's the hospital he was born in, but not a bio.
That's really fucking funny. Maybe the person's just had like such sheer autism that they were like, where do I even start?
I'm guessing. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah. Oh, should I start the poll?
Yeah, let's start the poll. I'm gonna bring up the Renesmee wiki too, just for fairness. The Twilight Saga wiki.
Yeah.
This is such a beautiful thing. I love all of these fucking tiny wikis.
I know. I hate that fandom.com bought them out and made them bloated with ads, but I love that human beings do this.
Yeah.
Renesmee.
Oh yeah, Renesmee is a portmanteau of two different names, right?
Yes, Renee and Esme. It's like
Esme, which is half mortal, half immortal, conceived so and carried by this newborn while she was still human. Arrow on Renesmee's hybrid status.
Yes. Yeah, it's like Bella's mom's name, and I can't remember who the other person is that she's named after. People really hated on the name. I never thought the name was that hideous. Like,
really? A portmanteau of two names sucks. Like I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't say shit like this, but it's very like, I don't know, white people putting a bunch of Y's in their name for no reason, core. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I think, let Lakin and McCarty and Lazy and all of these weird names, like, it's fine.
You're not wrong is the problem. I do hate it, but you're not wrong. Like,
a lot of them are very ugly.
Morally,
but...
I don't have a leg to stand on.
Hey, leave. Yeah, thanks, Oxygeneity. Yeah, I love that shit. All right. Get those votes in, y'all. Only 11 people are voting, so if you don't vote, you can't complain. And it looks like Renesmee has won.
Handily. These have all been really handy, which is because last time I swear the first time we did this, it was like all ties.
We had a lot of ties, and I feel like I was putting my thumb on the scale more last time, whereas I've been pretty neutral. We've both been pretty neutral on these so far.
Yeah.
But the chat knows what they want. So my apologies, Gavin. Thank you for the recommendation. I don't know who recommended Renesmee, but it is a doll in the dollhouse. And it's very cursed, so
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe
I do love that.
one of these friends will come back.
Yes. All right. Next up, or sorry, were you gonna?
That was my friend Allison, Little Turbo Jr.
Oh yeah, awesome, excellent recommendation. Awesome. Our next matchup, I really love this one. The sexually dimorphic Thumb Thumbs from Spy Kids.
Oh God, yeah, that's really good.
Very good pull. And John Watson from BBC Sherlock. That's right, we got another super Hulock on the board. You filthy animals.
You filthy fucking animals. Do you think there's a Spy Kids wiki?
I hope so.
What the fuck were they called canonically? Thumb Thumbs?
They were called Thumb Thumbs, I believe, yeah.
I'm assuming sexually dimorphic was not in their canon name.
No. Whoever submitted this was very specific about what picture of them they wanted. Because you don't see many of the women Thumb Thumbs, so it was very important to specify they look very different from each other.
Yeah. There is a Spy Kids wiki. Thank God. They're robots? I didn't realize they were. I've watched this as a kid. It's been a long time. It's one of those movies that you like. I don't know if you have this where you're like, was that a real movie I watched, or did I just have a fever one time as a child?
It's a very trippy movie.
Thumb Thumbs act as floops, robot henchmen, and servants. They have giant thumbs for all their limbs, and heads are often clumsy and dumb due to being, quote, all thumbs. Oh my God, I never realized that. Thumb Thumb was given the Cortez family to serve as a waiter for them. In Spy Kids 2, the Thumb Thumb waiter seen at the end of the first film is seen giving soup to Junji after he was fired. Another one can be seen pushing a clothes rack in Floop's castle. But what they lose in coordination, they make up in loyalty and passion. They are passionate servants who love to make their masters happy.
They're built, I'm going to say. The boy Thumb Thumbs are kind of built, NGL.
Yeah.
But of course, they had to pull the old, males versus females of the species in video games thing, where it's like, but the girls are dainty and they have booba.
Yeah. See, BBC Sherlock wiki is what we need here.
Yes.
Baker Street wiki? This feels like nope. Yes, this is the Sherlock one.
Of course.
God, these fucking ads. Do I not have
I
an
know.
ad blocker? I have a fucking ad blocker.
Yeah. Are you on Mozilla right now?
No.
Well, there. You got to practice what you preach.
I'm fucking blocking ads, and it's not blocking all the ads. Adblock Plus is fucking me here.
Oh no. You got to get the one that still works for YouTube is like, is it uBlock Origin or like Best Ad Blocker?
Adblock Plus has still been working for YouTube for me for some reason. I'm not sure why, because I've heard it hasn't for other people.
Yeah, uBlock Origin is legit. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get that. I know we're gonna do a stream where we switch. That's the thing that we need to do. If somebody has knows a really knowledgeable guest, like I'd love if there's like a tech journalist that we can talk to about switching all of our shit away from Google as much as possible. Dr. John Hamish Watson is the best friend and assistant of Sherlock Holmes and a former British Army doctor. Before marrying Mary Morstan, he lived in 221B Baker Street with Sherlock, a flat they rented from Miss Hudson. They were roommates. He lived with Mary, whom he worked with before developing a romantic relationship.
So we've talked about Supernatural and how you watched it, Maddie. Did you watch BBC Sherlock?
I did, and I hated it. I bought a big I think we've done enough. Let's why don't you start the voting while we talk.
Okay.
Um
Yeah.
I think people know what the deal is here. So yes, I watched I actually happened to buy. I was a really big reader when I was like basically before I got a smartphone. uh
Mhm.
you know, all that shit killed my ability to read. Um and I actually picked up a giant book of Sherlock, like all the original Sherlock Holmes. Like it was giant,
Mhm.
and I literally bought it because I thought it was like a cool old book. Like I was like, this is kind of neat. It looked pretty old, and so I was like, that's kind of cool to have. And I ended up
Mhm.
reading all of it and really, really liking Sherlock Holmes. Because I thought it was so well done the way that they actively it always felt like I could solve the mystery. And I don't think I ever really did,
Mhm.
but when it was revealed, that's the cool thing about Sherlock Holmes is that it always feels like if you just were smart enough, you had all the pieces, they were there, you could have figured it out just like Sherlock did. Um
Mm.
and in the BBC thing, he just has superpowers. and
Right.
the mysteries don't make any fucking sense. Like it's like, "Oh, it was magic" or some not literally, but like the one that I watched like a bunch of them because I was like, "Oh, Sherlock, I like Sherlock Holmes. I've heard people say a bunch of good things about this BBC show. Let's try that. I'll definitely give that a watch." And I came to it from I didn't even know about super Hulock shit. Like I didn't know that was a
Mhm.
thing. I didn't come into it as a hater. I came into it
Right.
completely like, yeah, I've heard great things about this. And I was like less and less on board every episode. And then eventually there was the one that was like murdered, absolutely murdered, 90 to 10%. Watson almost got a free win with no votes. Um,
Mm.
Thumb Thumbs
Oof.
Thumb Thumbs win by handily. Um,
Yes. Salute to the two people who voted for Watson and in doing so blocked him from getting automatically added. You're the real ones.
yeah. If you vote, what was that about thumbs on the scale? um, but yeah, so and then it got to the episode about like Hounds of the Baskerville or whatever, which was like a way longer story. In the original story is like has like is way longer and than the other stories if I remember correctly, and really detailed and really good. And that they were just like, oh, it was government mind control chemicals. And it's like, there was no way you could have known that. Like,
It was magic.
right. It wasn't literally magic, but it might as well have been. There was just no way you could have
Right.
known. Um, and that pissed me off so much. Like, I probably
Yeah.
would have enjoyed it fine if I hadn't actually read Sherlock Holmes right before. And that was what I was like explicitly looking for in the show. Um, But yeah, it made me super mad. It's like they didn't understand what was interesting about Sherlock Holmes. I thought the acting was
Right.
good.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for the follow, Blood Spoils. Thanks for
Welcome.
being here. Yeah. There was generally one of the worst Mind Palace sequences in that episode, Gavin says. Yeah. I watched a tiny bit of BBC Sherlock when it was first popping off and people like thought it was good or thought it was interesting. And it was one of the first times I ever took an edible. And I was at this guy who I was seeing at the time's house, and we took an edible, and then and you won't believe what happened. Got fucked up, and like I'm just watching. That was like the lost day for me. I didn't do weed for like 3 or 4 years afterward because it was so horrible. Because literally all I did was sit on the couch. It was like a hot summer day, and I was just stuck to this boy's couch in the dark watching BBC Sherlock, and I just like kept falling in and out of sleep, and I didn't eat all day, and all I had was like a glass of orange juice at like 6
Jesus
p.m. and
Christ.
my mouth was like all like dry, like I was like in prison, and like I
That's
was because I had the
awful.
couch lock,
Yeah.
and I was just watching it, and I was like, this isn't how people think. This isn't how deductions work. Like I it was devastating to me. I was in hell.
Yeah, that's pretty hell.
And so, yeah, and so I never really went back to the show. And then I
That's
saw that H-Bomber guy, video essay eviscerating it.
yeah. I never watched that, but when I have given that same basic rant to I think Jet, they were like, "Yeah, that's pretty much what H Bomber guy said," and I was like, "Okay, cool."
Yep. Yes. Just say that for 5 hours, getting increasingly agitated, and you will have content, baby.
Yeah, we got to get into video essays. I'm telling you.
I know. Oh,
I have to make you stop writing books so you can write
I'm done.
dumb video essays.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I need a break. I need to do something else. So, yes.
All
I
right.
gotta do that shit.
We have some really incredible props in the Dollhouse channel. Keep sending them. We got plenty of room. So let's move on to the next one. Maybe we give a little extra voting time, and I can put some of those props in.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I want to see the Yowie truck in there so bad.
Yeah.
All right, this is our first matchup of somebody who has already won.
Holy shit, we're finally there.
Yes. Yes, guys, we have really made it past the first full round, really, if you think about it. So this is our 1 seed,
Yes.
who had like a favorable positioning. Asterion Baldur's Gate versus the winner of our very first round, the couple from Facade. A very uncomfortable game.
So the way I was like, okay, well, we'll do seeds by if anyone is submitted more than once, they will get a higher seed. Asterion was the only person that got submitted more than once in our. Please, I'll have to find the submission because we're still taking submissions, just not for this contest. We'll use it eventually, we'll get to another contest, a presumably much bigger contest. But yeah, he was the Baldur's Basics in Education and Learning. I thought that's very funny. Yeah, he's from that game. No, yeah, so Asterion was the one person that got submitted twice. And this is this his first matchup? I think this is his first time.
This is first matchup, yep, because he got a bye round because he was the top seed. So entering the competition against our first victor, it's Asterion Baldur's Gate. The man that almost needs no introduction at this point. We've both played Baldur's Gate, yes?
No, I have not. I've watched you stream it, and I pretty much only watched you stream it because I was like explicitly mostly not watching streams of it because I was like, I think I'll play this, and then I was like, I want to watch you stream it more than I want to not be spoiled.
I'm gonna get back into streaming it, especially now that I'm set up at the new place. It's so fun. Lysander and everybody else who's been helping me with the game, if y'all are still here, thank you so much. But yeah, for those who don't know, Asterion is everybody's favorite bye boy, sad vampire, mincing little bitch.
It's so funny because the first time we talked about Asterion on this channel, you had not played it, and because that was when we rated queer coded or villain coded queers, or I guess it was queer coded villains specifically.
Yeah.
And he was on there, and he got a pretty mid result. Which, so here's a good question: Do you agree with that still?
Oh gosh. Oh yeah, because we were doing our tier list.
Do you have that? Hold on. I think I can bring that up. While you're talking, I'll bring that up.
Yeah. Asterion is a queer-coded villain. So there were a couple of dimensions, for those of you who haven't seen the queer-coded villain stream, it's on YouTube. There are a couple of different dimensions to what makes a queer-coded villain. Part of it is how queer and cunt and bitchy they are, and part of it is how much of a villain they are, and also what kind of devastating psychological impact they've had on you. Oh yeah, fucking Comic Sans. You see that? I've been riding for Comic Sans. And I'm only in Act 1. 50 hours in, I'm only on Act 1. I'm not getting a ton of like villain yet. I know he's a morally complex, tortured Blorbo kind of character. Oh yeah, here's the tiers.
Yeah,
you can see what tier he was on if we go back to that tier slide.
Yeah,
He was mid tier. Yeah.
he was mid.
I think he's obviously very queer.
But he's not really
So
a
in that
villain, which is
regard,
why we put him at
yeah.
mid tier. He doesn't seem he's like villainous, but he's still like, you know, a protagonist and seems basically good is my very very limited understanding of him and why we put him
Yeah.
there. Does that still
Yeah.
ring true to you?
Yes, I know that the decisions you make and what you kind of push him towards can make him go down a bunch of different paths, and that's real, and I'd like to see that. But for the most part, he's like kind of like a wet, sad beast. You know, you feel bad for him so far. Like he was like enslaved for hundreds of years. He's just trying to live, you know. And that's part of why people love him so much. But villainous, not so much. Yeah.
Cool.
I think that's still how I feel. Yeah.
So, just quickly, we got the wiki up. An origin character and a companion in Baldur's Gate 3's high elf rogue and the charlatan background specializing in stealth and sneak attacks. He's portrayed by Neil Newbin and was created by Stephen Rooney.
Airgender says his voice sounds like Stewie Griffin. What a boner killer.
Who's the okay, let me see. Who's the fucking I think I actually let me look. Cause I fucking I think I bookmarked a tweet recently that showed it. Cause when it first came out, everybody was like, he seems like the evil guy from the president 3D president cartoon, which I had never heard of until people were referencing it in relation to him.
I don't think I know this. Yeah.
Oh, let's see. I don't know if I can find it. I bookmarked too many things on Twitter. Yeah, I'm not seeing
People
it.
are agreeing with Airgender. Aquarian says, I had my Draco Malfoy phase as a teen, and that was enough. It's true. Wow. We've got some Asterian haters here. I can't believe this. Like everywhere else on the internet, they want to raw this man.
I feel like he's very much like, he seems like a Tumblr sexy man, which we are. I mean, we're not against Tumblr sexy men, but we're like Tumblr sexy men critical, I think, here.
But he is more actually sexy than your average Tumblr sexy man. Like he's not the one slur, people. Come on, he's cute.
Yeah.
I literally went through the Baldur's Gate character creation and was like, here we go, an elf with silver hair who's gay. Oops. Like,
whoops. You accidentally recreated Asterion. It happens to the best of us.
Mine has a tan. Okay, but like, yeah. So there's something there.
Facade. So for the other side, we can pull up let's just pull up a gameplay. Hopefully this is no commentary. Let's do one of those. So yeah, this is Facade. Oh, we'll play this intro. Yeah, this will be perfect. This is when you load up a Facade and you hit play, this is what you hear.
Hey, it's Trip. It's wow. It's been a while since we all but Grace and I thought it'd be great if you came over tonight. Really, it'd be great.
So who's afraid of Virginia Woolf ass situation?
Come on over around 8. It'll be fun.
So uncomfortable.
So, see you then. I guess. Great.
So you then go into
That should be obvious. Oh God, Trip, don't turn this into a big production. Oh, he's here. What?
Oh my God, I'm.
No, he's
He's supposed to be here now.
Oh, I
It's
need a
basically
paper bag to breathe.
it's basically social anxiety, the video game. So you go into their apartment and you can walk around.
Oh, yeah,
and
well, I want to ask you.
and there's these two. I don't know what that's.
With this
some
room, I
kind of
was
weird
trying for
graphics
a kind
glitch.
of postmodern style.
Well, yeah, I think that it comes across.
And you interact with them by actually typing, and it's wild. It's completely wild how many things they have like real. If you say something that relates to it's basically a play that you're seeing, they will respond to it, because they like the game design in this. And it's crazy because this was done as a this is like a college final project or something, and it's not a game design final. It's like linguistic, like sociology or something like that. And it's
Wow, I did not know that.
Basically, these two people are on the verge of a divorce, and they tried to bring you over to like help because you're the one that fucking introduced them. And so they refuse to talk to each other almost at all. Every word that is spoken between them is an argument, and mostly it is about triangulation and about them talking to you about the other person when they're in the room, and it is extremely uncomfortable. It is free. Go play this fucking game. Me and Megan played it. If you want to go check out my personal channel, testdevice_, which I did stream for the first time in like a year this week, so it's coming back. I streamed Street Unix. It kicks ass. Go buy that too. But this game is free. You could watch it on my channel. There's a bunch of Germa played it. A lot of people played this game, so it's easy to find. But I suggest go and just play it because it's very short. It's extremely good. And it's extremely upsetting. It is social anxiety, the game, and it's really fucking good.
Yeah, I need to play this. I said sounds like Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Gavin said sounds like The Musical Company, also very true. Knowing that it's like explicitly kind of a play type format. God damn.
It's one room. It's a one room, one act play almost, except there's a million iterations because they ask you a bunch of questions about the other person, really is what it is a lot. And they're like loaded questions, right? They're like,
oh boy.
That's like the whole thing is them asking you these weird loaded questions.
Oh my God. I gotta play this shit.
It's really good. It's really uncomfortable.
Yeah. I should do a stream like getting high and then playing this or something.
Oh, that'd be terrifying. That would be terrifying. I'd love to watch you die.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Yeah. Because I get when I'm high, I like have feelings again. Like it's crazy.
So these are the two choices. They're both. This is a really high tier matchup. I think either of these choices could go all the way. For sure.
Oh my God. This is tough. All right, I'm gonna start the poll. You said should I do longer
it a little bit?
minutes?
Do a little bit longer. Do like 5 minutes or something, and we'll and people like deliberate on your choice. Make sure everybody gets in there, has some time to get in there.
Curry favor. Yeah.
Yeah. Make your. I'd love to hear your opinions in the chat. Who should win this? And it doesn't have to be the character you like more. I mean, the facade couple is awful. Like.
Right. Yeah, this is who you want to have be a little doll that we play with and torture. It's not necessarily who's the sexiest, who's the best person. God. So you said you're going to get some props in here while we're
Yep.
Going back and forth on this. Okay. Right now, couple from Facade is winning. But it's still early in the game, and we got 41 of y'all in the chat, so this could turn at any moment.
All these rooms are also full of furniture. It's going to be a little hard to get some of these props in. But
we could have the truck in the front yard.
Yeah, I don't have an actual front yard right now, but I really want to make one. I was thinking actually the truck could just be a toy truck for now, and then maybe eventually we get a garage. But the one that I'm really probably the one I'm most excited about is
Oh, yes.
Have you seen this? You know this, right?
Of course, the IKEA bisexual and nobody believes you hands couch from Pride 2020 or 2021. Great pull. Whoever
Absolutely.
recommended them.
Yeah, absolutely unhinged, and of course, the file name is ominous bisexual IKEA bisexual ominous bisexual IKEA couch, which is perfect.
Oh my
and
God, yes, we put Denise on there with
Denise
the
can
Eraserhead
go
baby.
right there. That is
Oh,
literally
this
perfect.
is such a funny pull. Thank you.
Yeah, it's
We have
really good.
furniture now.
Let's get.
Oh,
Let's
yes,
actually.
this was actually an IKEA. Yeah.
Did they sell these? I don't think they sold them though.
Yeah. It was more like they hired a bunch of
Promotional.
artists to design Pride themed couches for a promotion. Yeah.
They're kind of getting flirty.
Yeah, their legs are crossing. Wow. What if we kissed on the bisexual no one believes you couch?
And it's not bisexual because she's trans. They're they both have gay
No.
partners off screen. That's what makes it bisexual.
Yes.
Denise is probably canonically
their baby is
bisexual.
bi.
I mean, not canonically, but I feel like she might even be canonically. I don't know. I don't actually remember what she says about.
I think she says she's straight. I thought that was the
Yeah,
I put my
that's true.
underwear on one leg at a time thing or whatever.
That's true. No, she's gay because she likes women, right?
She's gay. Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Right, that's
right,
the thing.
Yeah.
Right, because that is surprising to Cooper. Yeah, I'm remembering from
That's right.
literally last week when we just talked about this.
Yeah.
All right. The poll is still going. Anybody
still cooking.
polling for either?
There's some argumentation going on in the chat.
Debate Chad could fix their marriage. Debate Chad would no. Debate Chad would like just tell them they need a divorce because they shouldn't have their marriage fixed. Like it's
he wouldn't go over there. He wouldn't go over
he
there.
Wouldn't go over there. That's so real.
He's the king of boundaries. He's not on social media. He rejects premises that are specious. That's our boy.
That's our boy. He would not go over there. He'd be smarter than that. Panuli,
Yes.
Why can I only join couples for threesomes and not arguments? That's literally the subtitle of that game. Yep. Oh yeah, somebody that's like a meme. Yes. We saw you from across the bar and liked your vibe. It's actually more like we saw you from across the bar and want and hate, like I don't know.
Hate ourselves.
Yeah. So where are we at? Let's bring up the
time's almost up. Asterion is losing, though he has made some gains. 16 versus 7 votes. Get those votes in. A lot of y'all are sleeping on these polls. You're bad citizens. Okay, and a couple from Facade has won.
Pretty handily still.
Yeah, this is so bold. Y'all are true originals. You're not going with the obvious internet blorbos.
Yeah.
And sexy Tumblr men.
I'm so happy for us. I'm so happy for us that we get. I think the Facade couple has the juice. I don't think it's.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be hard going for them. I'd be pretty surprised if they made it. I think they could maybe make it to the top 8. It's really going to depend on who they're up against because they got the juice.
They have a really tough matchup next time. I'll tell you that. I'm looking at it.
Who is it? Who's the matchup?
I won't spoil.
Okay, that's fair.
I won't spoil. Yeah, you can see it in challenge, but I'm not going to tell people.
All right, I won't spoil myself. All right, let's move on to the next one. Is this also going to be? This is also going to be
from here on out. It's going to be all returning challengers. Yeah,
we've gone
so
through.
This will go faster.
It's all returning. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, so here we go. Blahaj, I don't know how to actually pronounce it. Sorry, from IKEA. Speaking of IKEA, and the janitor, played by Nick Cage from Willy's Wonderland.
All right.
Yeah,
let's just do it. I think I'm sorry if you missed when we talked about these friends last time. the Willy's Wonderland is basically FNAF, and it's
Mm-hmm.
extremely good. It's this is really random, but if you like D&D actual play podcasts, please go listen to Skull Tenders. It's so fucking good. They have pretty short seasons, but they're in like season 3 or something. It's only been going on since last fall. It's extremely good, and they did a FNAF episode, and I subscribed to their Patreon, and I love the DM was like, "Oh yeah, this was actually based off Willy's Wonderland and not FNAF," which was so powerful. Cohen is
And that's great because the guy who made FNAF sucks ass, right?
Yeah, yep. That I think that was maybe part of it.
Yes,
Willy's Wonderland is fucking perfect. It's a perfect
it's
movie.
good. He's a silent protagonist.
Literally never speaks, which was he was supposed to say one line at the end, but it was a Nick Cage decision to not have him say that.
Mm-hmm. Make him a force of nature instead.
He's also Nick Cage is also the reason that all of the animals that animatronic animals are all reptiles, because he's like a big reptile head.
Odd. He's such a freak. I do love it.
It's really good. Blow High, of course. I
Yes.
think it's Blow High, if I'm remembering correctly from
Hi.
last
That
time.
sounds familiar. Yeah.
Is the trans girl shark. I have one. I should have brought it.
Yes. Iconic. Iconic Blow High. I also now have on screen, speaking of large stuffed animals, that huge Yoda that you
Yeah.
and Megan got me. Finally, I have some space. He's been hiding in the closet for years, and now he's finally got, because I got a bigger bed. So
Oh.
he's
Blow
finally
High.
welcomed.
Blow High is the winner.
Well, I won. Great.
I think
Great
I
job,
think I'm
everyone.
gonna have to go get my Blow High as a reward.
Yes.
So let's
Yeah.
why don't you pull up the next one, and you can talk for a minute about them.
Perfect. Oh, perfect. I can show something in my house related to this while you do that. Perfect.
Oh, hell yeah. All right.
Because I have some. All right. So this again are some returning competitors. We have Snake Plissken from Escape from New York. He is the inspiration for Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid, which is very perfect because I do have a bit of Tumblr fan edited art of Punished Venom Snake from Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, right here on this wall right here. So I'll just grab it real quick. This is a beautiful art made by, I can't remember what the name of the account was. They're no longer on Tumblr, but they would just do these edits of characters from that particular game. So only Metal Gear Solid 5, and put flower crowns on them. So this is Punished Venom Snake, who's my favorite snake. And they also have ones of my true favorite character, Revolver Ocelot, with flower crowns on too. So this is some real Tumblr shit. And they share a lineage with Snake Plissken. So there you go. There's your first competitor. Let me put this back real quick, and then we'll talk about Mario from Hotel Mario.
Yeah, Waluigi Bowser Jr., our resident Mario head. Please, you could make the case much better than us. So, any fun facts about this Mario or Mario in general?
It's a very cursed Mario. A very cursed game.
Okay. Captain Blahai reporting.
Yes.
For Captain.
So good. Ah. Now we're just playing with our literal actual toys. Oh my god. So fucking good.
Get him in the frame here.
So strong. Hotel Mario is a game from a console called the Philips CDI. The CDI games are also cursed.
Yeah. Yes, I was wondering. Yeah, God, does anyone know a good YouTube poop of Hotel Mario? Because I've seen tons of them, but I don't think I have one. And I have a collection of YouTube poops, but I don't think I have a one. And YouTube poops are so. You have to know they're so bad when they're bad. I am such a YouTube poop defender, though. I love YouTube poops. If anyone has a YouTube poop of Hotel Mario, please, that's good. I won't judge you if it's
Feel free to link it.
Yes, Waluigi Bowser. Yes.
Yes, you would. Maddie, I actually ended up watching the Fesh Pints of whatever.
Oh
of
yeah,
Blair, because it was on your recommended list when you were streaming the other day. So I watched all 20 minutes of that bullshit.
There's actually a sequel. What'd you think? Did you? I know you're not.
It was good. It was good, especially when they were just like when he just kills Carlton with the fireball. It it was good shit.
CDI Tetris is unexpectedly good. I've never heard of CDI Tetris. Let's pull up Snake Plissken wiki. This is from
Yes.
Oh no, we got the YouTube. We're pulling that up.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Oops. 7 minutes. So we probably won't watch all of this, but let's get it. Let's get a little bit of it. I don't think I've seen this one.
Honey?
Oh wow.
It's time to wake up. Mario?
Oh, hi, princess. You finally woke up. About time.
Yeah, that joke gets funnier every day, hon.
I know it, but you sleep that time.
Don't you have toilets to be fixing?
You know I do.
Love you.
Love you too.
The fucking sentence
God.
mixing is wild.
Yes. Oh, it looks so bad. Oh, I love it. Why is that the gay man pride flag right there?
Gay Luigi.
Is this?
It is my house. Are you here to fix my toilet?
Actually, we're here yourself.
No, you're not. Get out.
Oh, hey, not like that. She just has to go to work.
Oh, I think she's outside.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh, there's so much additional animation they've done for the.
Wow.
Well, this.
I can't thank you enough. Now I can hang up a sign. You won't be a good job, especially you, Zelda.
Thanks.
But I still have to sell you stuff and use the bathroom. What the hell? Sorry, that's the room.
What the hell?
Well, only 7 death threats. It's been a pretty good day. You all really put it in today. Especially you, new guy.
Thanks.
It's not that often
my
you
God,
find
what the
one
fuck?
This is wild. The amount of the detail of the sentence mixing in this is wild.
Yeah.
Luigi.
I'm coming for you, brother.
This is like not even a YouTube poop. It's like more than that. It's just an original
it's
animation at this
transformative.
point.
Yeah.
I wonder what he was saying.
You wonder what
They
was
did more
in?
editing than
I'll
like
forget it.
C-Lab
I have
2021 or something like that. Or Space Ghost.
Yeah, Gay Luigi. That's fucking
God.
incredible. Yeah, so sentence
Wow.
mixing like that, like that's not AI. Like that is them, this person cutting, like that's how all the YouTube poops were done, with just like cutting up the different sentences. Famously, there's Morsho, the shopkeeper from Zelda. Is that his name? Yeah.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Oh, this is somebody who's
Lamp oil, rope, bombs. You want it?
That's we probably shouldn't play too much of that. That one is wild
Yeah.
because I learned recently that it's a very short clip, but he manages to say all of the phonemes in the I think it's phonemes in the English language in his short. Like that's why you can sentence mix that so well, because he actually says every
Wow.
single possible syllable, and it's like the sentence version of like the pronunciation version of the
The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's really interesting.
So anyway, let's pull up some Snake Plissken facts.
Yes.
And then we can start getting into. We've already talked about all these people, so we could go. We don't. I think we're gonna have to start speeding up, but
doing more lightning rounds. Yeah, but yeah, I think it was the Argyle in the chat was saying they're working on a gay version of Escape from New York.
What?
I don't know if that's like a play that you're working on, or like just editing the script, or what. The Argyle, my bad. Did I say? I don't know who I said, but yes, the thing, gay thing. Thank you.
Oh, that's
so
incredible.
Dope. So
that's
you do it? Are you
really
doing like a script? Are you doing like a play? Like, I'm very intrigued.
Yeah, let's pull up the poll.
Oh yeah.
I can read while you're doing that. I can read Snake Plissken, who is from he's from what is it? Escape from New York.
From New York.
And I think there's a sequel, Escape from L.A. Yes, is inspired Stink from Metal Gear Solid. American legendary war hero turned outlaw. Plissken was twice offered presidential pardons for completing tasks inside cities repurposed as maximum security prisons. Special Forces Unit Blacklight, and earned 2 Purple Hearts between Leningrad and Siberia. Youngest man to be decorated by the president.
Does he have a snake tattoo leading to his dick?
God, we can.
No,
only
that's
hope.
his mom. That's his mom.
Has a snake tattoo leading to her dick?
Well, I'm thinking about the boss's like scars that she has, like she had a C-section giving birth to Revolver Ocelot, but it's like all the way, it's like all over her entire body. It's like they had to cut open her chest.
Hot.
To get her stupid gay son out. Oh yeah, very hot.
When you find out the reason for her nudity, you will be ashamed. What is
you will feel shame. Yeah.
For your words and deeds.
Yeah. God. Too fucking funny. The Argyle says, because I think the thing is already about masculinity, etc., etc., and adding a Wilfred Brimley character going, "You can let me out. I'm not gay." It would make me so happy. I was in a theater company where
I'll vote for.
We almost adapted the thing. Yeah.
Get in there
who
for
did you
Hotel Mario.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh my god! I'm surprised Hotel Mario is losing now. Wow. Come on, y'all. Most of you are not voting, so this is your chance for salvation for your candidate. Oh, and that is time. It looks like Snake Plissken has won.
Huge salutes to Waluigi Bowser Jr. You're a steadfast member of the chat. We are so sorry to see your guy fall.
I'm surprised. I'm a little surprised by that one. These are both great picks.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it, but it's so funny looking at how these things play out each time.
Vox Populi, Vox D.
Yes. For real. So, do you think we should do like one more and then do Piss Course? What are you feeling?
Shit, I kind of forgot about Piss Course. We should start Piss Course now. I totally forgot about it. I got far too much in here.
We were all getting lost in the sauce. It's a
very good Piss Course. So I don't want to let's go to that. Let's get the truck. Let's get the truck in there. There was some really good stuff.
I love the truck so much. Yes.
There were really good oh my god, people have added so much more to.
And they're already ready to be imported without backgrounds. Oh.
Charles, get off my controller computer.
So funny seeing it on the TV screens.
Yeah, these are all really good. So I'll have to add a few while we're talking. Charlie, you can't be on the TV. You can't be on my computer. Okay. So I'll have to add a couple of these as we're talking. So
oh my God, we got some fursuit shit.
Yeah, these are all really good. Some clothes. But yeah, let's add the truck.
Yes. I'm so excited for this.
Where'd you go? I thought I saved you in here. Yeah, here we go. Sorry, there are so many windows and everything. Where do we Charles, you can't. Where do we want it? I guess with the toys, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Then it won't overpower. Even though I think it's really funny to make it huge and in a room.
We could. We have a lot of empty rooms actually. Let's
Not
just
for
make
long, but
not for long, but we got to spread these guys.
maybe
All
for
of our
now.
friends are in like 2 rooms. We really got to spread these guys out.
Yeah.
We have not done enough actual playing in the dollhouse. Like, it's so easy to get. Oh my god! Do you see this animal?
Yeah.
She's so mad.
Yeah, she's been giving you trouble. Yes, on your stream too.
Yeah, let's just fill up a fucking room with this truck.
We can always make it smaller. Yeah, look at that. It's so funny. Oh, yes. It's just. Yeah.
Is it like this, or it's kind of at a weird angle a little bit?
Yeah. Oh my god, I love it.
What if it's like
oh, it's in the room.
It's like
driving through the wall.
Yeah.
Oh. This is so good. I need this truck. I'm pro cars now. I love huge trucks. This is 2 trucks having sex level shit.
Yeah, we should put a dragon in there.
Yeah. Oh. That looks really good.
All right.
We got the big estrogen and we got the big yaoi truck.
All right. Now we got some more piss. Let's get to the piss.
Okay. Let me grab this tweet. This was big on TikTok, though. I was exposed to it through people talking about it on Twitter.
Okay, I got this fucking animal. She's so mad that I don't want her on the computer and in my way. Oh my She's so angry, but purring very loudly.
Oh my god. I'm so glad my animal just stays in his little prison. Okay, I have the tweet up on my screen share when you're ready. Okay, so this is from a conversation that's been happening a lot on TikTok, apparently. The use of the term stone top. I'll just pull up the TikTok comment first. Okay, yeah, that looks good. So my husband is a stone top, and I am indeed a pillow princess. Throwing off cishet norms freed us.
And
a lot of people who saw this. Well, you go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna ask, what are these? Because I mean, this tweet is just saw this comment on TikTok and spontaneously began levitating. I mean, basically, people were talking shit.
Yes. People were like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" That was most people's reactions. Some people were like, "You're not allowed to use this phrase if you're straight, or you don't know lesbian history enough to be using this phrase." Those were a lot of the reactions, I would say. Or a lot of them would say, "Oh, it's this is not possible." Like what?
Yeah.
Some people were even saying this is just regular straight sex, which I have some opinions about. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
First, I'm trying to leave a blank slate before I rant, but
yeah, I'm curious. I'm really curious if we have anybody that identifies as a stone top.
Yeah, or a pillow princess.
Or a pillow princess. Yeah, if her husband really is a stone top, then they don't have a conventional heterosex life at all. Yeah.
That part, yeah.
So I think that's kind of, yeah. I think that's kind of our point here, that we are, or why we wanted to talk about it. But why don't you kind of start your thoughts on it, Devin?
Yeah. So I encountered this through people dunking on these people and saying this is really cringe. Everything that ranged from this is cringy and annoying to like this is fucked up and offensive that straight people are doing this and they don't know what they're talking about. But all very negative responses to this. And I think maybe performative bafflement being the most neutral. And my reaction to this was very similar to It's Farrar's, of saying, like, what are y'all talking about? If it is in fact the case that they are understanding these terms correctly, if the husband is a stone top and she's a pillow princess, that is in fact exactly what she says here, a very queering heterosexuality moment. Like, they are not having the sex that you get told you have to have as a cishet person.
Yeah.
And so I think that's fucking cool. And I think that's what happens when queer people liberate ourselves and invent our own new ways of thinking and talking about sex. That changes the paradigm. And so, yeah, cishet people are going to see that and it's going to set them free too. And that's cool.
Yeah. It reminds me a lot of like a couple things. One is just the bisexual women can't be lesbians, bisexual lesbians thing, which is just why? Like, why do we, why do we need to narrow like labels? Like, why are we like, it's just, we've talked about this a lot. I think that this is one of, if we have a horse that we beat on this show, it's about policing identities, and how it's not helpful for anybody. I mean, we've talked about it a lot with autism, where it's like, what is the harm if somebody who's quote unquote not autistic identifies as autistic? Like, resources are not static. More people identifying as autistic means more resources for autistic people, and it's the same thing here, where, there's just no reason to like Blush, as Blush Tiger says, gatekeeping queerness. Like, it's just not, it's not helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, Marquez says being queer is an act. This is also something I was getting in some fights on Twitter this week about. But yeah, I'm inclined to agree that if people are breaking the cishet paradigm, even if they might be, and we don't know these people, but even if they are maybe more normie than a lot of us, that's still a win.
Yeah.
And that's still something under the umbrella.
Quarian says, Pillow Queen Stone Bottom here. Hello. I love this.
Ooh, Stone Bottom. Oh my God, I'm so excited to hear from you because I've been rotating that cube in my mind.
I have a lot more to say, but it's hard on my iPad where I'm watching the stream. I can say more on the Discord later. Please, I was just thinking we didn't leave a lot of time for this discussion because we got so wrapped up. And I think actually that might be good, because let's do some of this. And then I think what would be, I meant to kind of message in the Discord and I forgot. So I'd love for this to be, let's do a short segment on this next week. We would love to hear y'all's thoughts in the Discord, in the YouTube comments, in our either of our Tumblr ask boxes. We have an email address, drdevinpricestreaming@gmail.com. Send us your responses to this, especially in the Time Theft Today discussion channel in Discord. I'd love if there was Quarian, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. That's really cool. Maybe we can just, if people can and want to in the chat, definitely do that. But maybe we can just do some table setting and kind of start this discussion, because I'd love to hear. One of the things that we, Devin you found some Reddit posts that were really, really interesting. The discussion in those was really, really interesting. And I think the biggest thing that are one of the big things that we read in there is that people were asking is like, where are the gay male stone tops and pillow princesses? Like, this is like, as we were saying, it doesn't make sense to police these identities, and I think that this is a concept that could be really valuable to a lot of people, and not just lesbians and butch lesbians. Like, I think it could be really, really illuminating.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and also just to back up a bit, because there were a few people in the chat saying like it seems like a lot of people who are angry about this whole situation don't even actually know what a stone top is.
Yeah.
So, and there are a couple of people who it sounds like in the chat identify adjacent to this identity or do identify with it. So feel free to put your definitions in as well. But generally speaking, if somebody is a stone top, that means they enjoy giving pleasure, but they don't want to be touched, at least in certain places, typically the genitals, maybe also chest, mouth, whatever. It depends on the person. There's a lot of different ways that somebody can be stoned, but usually that means you enjoy, if you're a stone top, that usually means you enjoy giving pleasure, but you don't want to be touched, and maybe not sexually at all, or somewhere on that spectrum.
Yeah, and again, it is very much separate from the dom sub dichotomy, but I think there's certainly a lot of overlap between a stone top and like doming in different ways. Like that, I think is traditionally those can go hand in hand. Even though it's important with all these identities, I think people forget that those things like top and bottom and dom and sub are not
the same. Yeah, and that ContraPoints video about Twilight goes all into that. Yeah, I actually also on Reddit, I went to the Butch Lesbians Reddit and read a few threads that were for stone tops, and a lot of people are service tops who are stone. So that can be potentially a kind of submissive position if that's how you like to play the dynamic of you're kind of servicing this person, and that's kind of where Pillow Princess can come in, that you're the center of attention, and that like all of the sensuality is focused on your body. And a couple of different stone tops mentioned that they orgasm just from making their partner orgasm, and that's like when they feel the most in their body, is when they don't have to worry about their body being touched. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah, a lot of different details. A lot of different details. Marquez the GM, I am a gay male, cis male, stone top adjacent. Yes. I love,
Very cool.
I think that's so good to expand that for everyone to be liberated by this definition. Because what we were talking about off stream is very much just that, like, it's so, like, repeat what you were saying about you said somebody you knew was writing a book, but I don't know, you don't necessarily need to name check them, but just the idea of like things improving in the cultural understanding of straight sex. But
yeah, so I was talking with my agent about a book that she's working on, but and the book is about kind of sexuality and dead bedrooms and pleasure, and just ways that a lot of sex therapists have gotten that wrong and done women in particular very dirty. And basically the paradigm used to be that women were like property for men, and they existed only to provide sexual pleasure to men, and they weren't active in that. Really, it was more that sexual pleasure was just the sexual gratification of the man was taken from them, right? And from their bodies. And then we had kind of the sexual revolution and various precursors to that too throughout the 20th century. And we moved into a paradigm that was supposedly better, but it takes a very transactional view of sex, where now like the feminist goal is man gives woman an orgasm, woman gives man an orgasm, handshake, all is equal. And that still puts the orgasm at the top of the pyramid, of the sexual needs pyramid, when that's not the reason why a lot of people have sex. They have sex for intimacy, for a dynamic, for a power dynamic, for to feel close to someone, to make another person feel good. And an orgasm itself isn't necessarily even pleasurable. We've talked before about just, like orgasms during sexual assault and things like that. Or just orgasms during sex that isn't that good, that can still happen.
Yeah.
And so,
and orgasms are, I mean, this is they can be less pleasurable. Like, a lot of trans people have, like, genitalia can have, like, can deteriorate isn't the right word, but they're not the same as cis genitals. Like, people's genitals, that like, just from hormones change a lot, and people's relationships to most of the time people have much better orgasms, and their orgasms tend to change to be more like their like identity. But hormones can have a lot of different effects, and sometimes it can get harder to orgasm, and that's that's a thing.
Yeah. And on many medications too. Like,
yeah, that's another good point.
And just when you're depressed, like, there's a lot of different ways why a person might not be able to orgasm, and also situations where it's a dysphoric experience. That's something that I certainly relate to, not across the board, but in a lot of contexts. It's just not the goal. And people making, I'm going to give you an orgasm to prove my sexual prowess or to complete the transaction. When people come in with that single-minded goal, it leads to a lot of really unsatisfying sex for a lot of people. And so deprioritizing that and completely changing what the sexual script is and opening it up is so liberating for so many people. And I think that's something that people are missing when they're looking at this tweet, that if we interpret it in good faith, which I'm actually prepared to do, if this woman's husband is a stone top, that means, he's using his fingers, he's using his mouth, he's using dildos, whatever he feels comfortable with, to bring her pleasure. That is, and he doesn't want to be touched sexually himself. That is very different from what most cishet people are conditioned to believe sex is.
Yeah, it's wild to me that people took that to mean that's just straight sex. It's like I can understand. I think what it is really is that there's a, like, there, I think that straight people sometimes can talk about, like, and you mentioned this in your tweet about it, like, straight people can kind of be like, oh, my boyfriend is topping me, which I can understand more of, where it's like, well, that's just heterosexual sex, but like heteronormative sex, which I agree with you that, like, as you said, like, what is wrong with that? Like, what is wrong with people, like straight people, understanding their sexuality through these queer lenses, and that allowing them to expand that? I mean, yes, I can understand how it's kind of annoying for this heterosexual woman to be like, yeah, I get topped, and it's like, and I'm such a bottom, and it's like, okay, but you understand that, like, we've had to fight for this stuff, and it's still not normalized for us, and it's frustrating to see it normal. Like, you get to just use it without having to be bad. It be bad, but that doesn't mean, like, that, like, it can be annoying, and that's fine. Like, it doesn't mean it's bad.
Yeah. Right. Edit of the conflict is not abuse book cover. Being annoyed is not abuse.
Yeah.
Or oppression or whatever.
Yes, that's what it is. Being annoying is not oppression. Yeah. Being annoyed is not being oppressed.
Yeah. I was just poking around on OkCupid for the first time in like decades yesterday. And no matter what you put your orientation or your gender as, it asks you if you're a top, bottom, versatile, all of this stuff. So it's kind of like cat's out of the bag, guys. And actually, it would be good if straight people felt empowered to talk about those things, because there are straight guy bottoms out there. You know, there are straight woman
God,
tops. Like,
I can only hope that they're real and they're not just in porn.
Yes, I'd love to meet one day.
Yeah, I hope they're real. I'd love to
Yes.
meet one day. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I can't remember where we were going with this, but
Well, another kind of parallel to me is like people getting mad about straight people saying partner.
Yes.
And it's like, what are you doing? Like, this was an active fight that we were trying to get people to say that so that it was normalized. So when we said partner, it didn't automatically mean that we were queer, which is like, you know, I think that there's arguments to be made about whether that is, you know, helpful or not or whatever. But like, what are you doing getting mad about that? Like, who
Yeah.
cares? Who fucking
Don't
cares?
punish the behavior that you want. Like,
yes.
And I think it comes down to, for some people, like, some people really, including a lot of queer people, believe like there are categorically queer people and then there's categorically cishet people, and that's
Yeah.
like their natural state. And how dare we give those people, who are the majority and outnumber us, like biologically or something,
Yeah,
access to our special private community. And I think if you believe that these things are more socially enforced and constructed than they are your like fate at birth or whatever,
yeah,
then you kind of have to get more comfortable with more people being queer in all kinds of ways, all along various spectrums. And they might not be as queer as you, but I think it was Danny Lavery who said, we all have a responsibility to be the queerest version of ourselves we can be.
yeah.
And that's, for some people, it'll just be, you know, straight guy getting pegged and saying he's a pillow princess or something. But like, that's cool. Like,
Yeah, that's good
still an
actually.
improvement. Yeah. That's tight.
Yeah, we were othered so hard we are mad now that we are losing it in some small ways. Yeah. Born this way came back to bite us. I am shocked. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been so much good discussion. I'm going to try and scroll through a little bit of it. To be honest, I was
Yeah.
always more bothered by straight women creating the word pegging because they felt weird using gay terminology than just saying topping. Yeah.
Oh, it was Dan Savage who created that. That was a gay man.
Really?
Writing. That's a Dan Savageism, baby. He
That
created
doesn't
that
surprise me.
for a very straight gaze, right? Like, his audience is, he always positioned himself as being, literally his column used to be called Hey Faggot, and the idea was straight people asking a gay man for advice. So, but yeah, he did that. But yes, it creates a distinction between anal. It's like anal heterosexual version. It's very stupid. It's just sexist.
I suspect my fellow straights misinterpret stone tops as having to do with men being emotionally distant rather than anything to do with the actual concept. I could understand that. That would be annoying because I feel like some of what I haven't read a lot about experiences of stone tops, but it really seems like that's like almost the opposite.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
Yeah, I think a lot of the queer people venturing into this fight don't know what stone top means too. Like,
yeah.
On one of the subreddits that we were reading before this, it was a femme lesbian saying, my current partner is a stone top. Like, what do I do to bring her pleasure and things like that? She was trying to better understand. But even going into that, her questions were, how do I give my stone partner an orgasm? How can I get her to let me touch her? Like, not understanding what it is.
Yeah.
And learning through that conversation how to better honor that partner, and realizing that touching her and giving her an orgasm is not the goal. That's the whole point, relieving that pressure.
Right.
So I think even a lot of us queer people kind of forget the history and the terms sometimes.
So much of it is just, and we've kind of been talking about this, it's just unlearning prescribement or prescription for sex, right? The prescription, the prescribed way you do sex. It is penis and vagina, you know, and the man has a penis and the woman has a vagina, and it is, you know, like, it is the the man's orgasm is important and the woman's isn't, as we talked about. But it's also the very idea that you have to orgasm, the very idea that genital contact is what is important, the idea that sex can be fucking kissing, like
Mm-hmm.
it can be anything, and it is like I think can be really hard, and I think this is so important too for like all kinds of. It was really interesting in that thread. A lot of people were talking about being autistic and being overstimulated, which was so interesting to me. But it's like just this idea that like sex has to be this certain thing. That's what we're fighting, right?
Right.
That is the core of what we're fighting. And that goes for all facets of it. What it means to have sex. Virginity is another part of that. Virginity is this fucked concept that we need to abolish. And there's so many different sexual things, and a lot of it is misogyny and transphobia and transmisogyny and all this stuff. And it doesn't stop at men can have sex with men. It doesn't stop at, any of this shit. Get rid of it all. Abolish it all. We could just sex can be whatever the fuck you want. I mean, we talked a lot about fetishes. That's sex, baby. That can be sex.
Yes.
Put your dick in a panini press.
Yes. Or just rub a tree
panini.
branch. Yeah, make a panini. Yeah.
That's a Griffin
McElroy
joke. I stole that, but it's very funny.
Yeah.
Like whatever you want. Yeah, rub your clit on a tree. Like looking at the color pink.
That can all be sex. And yeah, it's sad when queer people bring our conventional society brain to some of these conversations. The same thing happens with discussions of being a side in gay male spaces. Do you know what that is, Maddie? Yeah.
Yes, it's an alternative. I've only recently learned about it. It's an alternative to top and bottom, right? Or it's like a way where it's like it's generally not penetrative, right?
Mm-hmm.
The image that it conjured for me when I learned about it, I don't remember the details, but I've only recently learned about it. But it's like the image it conjured for me is like two people side by side, like using their hands on each other or themselves. Is the kind of the image that it conjured for me. Not that it has to be that specifically, but that being an alternative to top and bottom, that kind of is that how you would define it too?
Yeah. So sides pretty much don't have penetrative sex, but often like oral and mutual masturbation, jerking off, things like that. And
does frauding count? Frauding is goated.
Yeah, frauding is good. I love a dry hump. Like, let's bring back dry humping. Like, come on.
The hate for scissoring has been overplayed too. Like, we know it's not really what lesbians are mostly doing in the way straight people think it is, but that doesn't mean it's not hot. My manager, my very hot milfy manager when I was like 19 and barely starting to transition, was bi, and mostly and she was like clear, like I think she was in a relationship with a woman but like hadn't really done it much, and she talked so much about scissoring, and I was like, and I remember at the time being like, what? And now I'm like looking back on it, I'm like, good for you. I'm so glad you liked that so much.
Yeah. One of my favorite things is fucking just rubbing the dick in between the pussy lips but not going in like that shit's goated. There's a lot of I'm about to go too far, but
yeah.
Bottom growth can fit in a lot of different orifices. That's all I'm going to say, in the body and crevices. There's lots of fun crevices on different body types that you can do a lot of shit with.
Yeah.
And even in like gay male spaces, you'll have people making fun of sides and being like, that's not real sex. Like, that's silly. All kinds of, like, calm down. Like, Marquez says, as a fat man, yeah, there's some.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's really good.
Get it? There's some nice body parts everywhere that feel good in various ways. Get nutty with it.
Waluigi Bowser Jr. Remember in sex ed, the sex ed teacher said that virginity was made up. That's awesome. That so many kids do not get that. Like, that is fucking revolutionary that they were able to say that, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh yeah. As somebody who had abstinence only, and they tried to make us sign a virginity pledge.
Oh man, really? I
Oh
somehow
yeah.
I don't think I ever had sex ed. I think that it was a thing that was done later in one school, and then I moved to a different school, and then it was a thing that was done earlier in that curriculum. So I just like never. I don't think I ever had it.
Hmm. That's that's kind of funny for like, especially like hippie schools. They like just kind of forgot, like, or
I
just kind of
guess
missed it.
I don't
That's
know.
odd.
Yeah, I think it's just like I think in the hippie school it was done earlier. Was kind of the
Hmm.
I don't know, man. I really don't really know how I missed it. I have a really bad memory, so maybe I could be wrong, but I don't
Yeah.
remember it at all.
Yeah. That's that's not good, because a lot of families just skip over it.
Oh yeah, I never got anything from my parents at all. I learned everything. I learned from porn and then from like, the internet and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
I learned from Dan Savage, and it fucked me up.
yeah.
That was what we had at the time.
I should read a book about like uteruses because I don't. I mean, I only kind of know what goes on there, and now my
Well,
spouse doesn't have one, so I guess
so
it's fine.
you're good. Well, I can show you some. I can send you some hentai that show you a lot of really
Oh my
elaborate
god,
cross
yeah. I mean,
sections
I've seen those. Yeah,
that are
I'm.
very accurate.
Is
I
there a
did.
sex ed to Doshin? Like one that is on
I don't
purpose?
know.
That would be amazing. Like
That would be
one that is
amazing.
like purposefully actually accurate. Because they
Dog,
always
I
like
learned about.
they
Oh,
always
sorry.
like it's always like fake, right? Like there's this fake uterus they're like going into. Like that shit is not.
Yeah, they go into the cervix,
Yeah.
but there is this like crevasse like next, like under the cervix that you can like get into that like feels incredible. Like there's all kinds of shit in there that they're not telling us about.
the woke media doesn't tell us about the pussy
Yeah.
crevasse.
Yeah. Can't remember what it's called. It's like the interior something. Like there's folds, there's crevices, there's shit you gotta.
Oh, what is it called? Oh, what is it called? The thing in I need to actually read that zine that like fucking trans women.
Oh,
Have you ever
muffing?
what?
Muffing?
Muffing. Yes, that's what I'm thinking about. That shit is kind of scary to me. I've never really I think I tried it when I learned about it and I was like, that's cool. I don't really like it, but it's cool that that's a thing.
That's another one that people make fun of. And it's like, if you
Yeah.
like it or if it makes you feel euphoric, go
I was
off.
so glad that I like lingual canals. Yes, it is if it is like generally when trans women tuck, the balls go up there. But you can also from like the front. Yeah, rest in peace, Mira Bellwether, who wrote that. I need to actually read that whole thing because I only read some of it. I got to muffing and it scared me.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't. I'm so glad that I like learned about it and tried it because I was like it wasn't really my thing, but like it was so good to learn about. I can imagine if I had more bottom dysphoria that it would be really good.
Yeah. Yeah, and to look up how to actually do it, I had to get on like Pornhub, and thankfully, two very nice ladies had an informative video. It wasn't even a porn that they put on Pornhub. Like, here's how
Yeah.
you do it. And it's like, cool. And yes, Blush Tiger, it is the anterior and posterior fornix. Go looking for those, y'all. They're fun.
My hysteria acting up. Give me a magic wand and have insurance pay for it. They should.
For real. We're fucking real.
Oh, it's very interesting feeling someone's IUD with your fingers. That's
That's
scary.
when that happens. It's so scary. The threads. Oh, that's the scariest part of having an IUD. Let me tell you. Ugh.
I have a very close friend who has had all of the worst horror stories that you can imagine with IUDs, and it's fucking really awful. It's so scary.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, we're getting towards the end here, so I'm gonna scroll up. Yeah, you posted you posted those Reddit threads. They were very good.
Hmm.
We'll I will try to remember to put those in the YouTube
Just
and,
oh
and the
yeah.
Discord, the YouTube, the doobly doo. Um,
Yeah. Can I read Melanie's little take on this topic
yes, please
that
do.
I
That was
posted on
really good.
Twitter?
That was really good.
Okay, let me navigate over to that. Whoops.
Yeah.
One second. I'm don't my screen share is not right now. Let me pull it up. Okay, here we go. Got that link. Drop it in my screen share. Yeah. For a second, my screen share was on Vineet Meta posting a lewd.
Very good. Yeah.
Bisexual rights. Okay, I got it. I got it now. So this is from my dear friend Melanie. Strong Hours on Tumblr. Oh, what was that? Oh, is that an actual follower?
I think it's a subscription. Thank you so much for the
Oh.
subscriptions, Smargotopia. What a great name.
Awesome. Yes. Oh my God. They said I inject on Fridays and it's become part of my routine to watch while I inject. Thanks for putting on a great stream that can somehow make my ejections even more trans. Oh, that's crazy.
I'm gonna
That's so
frame that. That's
sweet.
so
Oh my
good.
God. Oh, I would that I did shots, Smargotopia. I guess maybe next time I'll slather on the androgel at the same time. Popping bottles.
Oh,
that's so sweet.
That's really sweet. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so this is I was gonna say friend of the show. She does watch the show, but friend, just friend. You've heard Mel,
we should get her on at some point for some reason.
Yeah, she wants to be on the show.
Yeah, we should make that happen.
Yeah, she just works a real job out in the woods, saving nature and shit. So it's been hard. But Melanie, we will have you on. If you've heard Mel's rule, you don't have to do shit, feel shit, or say shit you don't want to. That's her, my good homie. And so this is what she said. I've been in general a mild eye roller toward BDSM parlance entering non-kink zones. Your friends give you aftercare by reassuring you that you did not act weird at the gig. You say you got horrible drop after going out to see the Barbie movie. But there is one layer of this phenomenon I will never muster the energy to exert against, and that is the concept that somewhere, maybe in Idaho, totally straight Carol says, my hubby Caleb tops me. I have no idea why this specter haunts people so, but I've seen absolutely wild blood and piss freaks on Twitter go into sneering, condescending paroxysms of disgust over the mere idea that absolutely straight Carol dares to use top in this context. Like, God forbid a woman has a single thrill.
Yes. Yeah, that's so real. That's so fucking real. It's just who fucking cares?
Yeah. And who cares about people using aftercare and shit too? I get it's cringe. I understand that.
Yeah.
You find it cringe, Melanie, but it's fine.
I think that's a discussion we should have more of. Like, I think it's okay to acknowledge things being cringe. Like there are things that for a lot of people, like, they see it and they're like, they have a cringe reaction, and we can acknowledge things as being like within what most people would experience of cringe. While also being like, but we should be fighting that. Like, jealousy, they talk about in poly all the time, just as an example. Jealousy is not a thing that, you should hide. Like, jealousy is it's telling you something. It's a really important thing. And I think cringe is too. But it is something that we can work on, like, decreasing our distress tolerance to cringe, because we should kill cringe. Unlearn cringe is important, but it's fine that they're cringe. It's fine that it's cringe that happens.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, it's not abuse. Cringe is not abuse. Cringe is not oppression.
Right. Yeah, and it's just kind of a natural consequence of these terms getting more out in the world and learning about all kinds of queer and kinky, etc. sex being more normalized is, yeah, sometimes it's going to get diluted a little bit, but that also means it's spreading and people are thinking and talking about these things. And if you need aftercare, I mean, people talk about con drop all of the time, and that's
Yeah.
taking a BDS term and applying it to the depression you get after a convention.
Yeah.
And it's kind of helpful to know to expect, oh, I'm going to be sad and depressed 2 days after doing something really nice. Like, okay, that's helpful. Who cares?
Yeah. Totally agree.
Yeah.
There were so many good comments. I should go remember my heart singing with joy when my high school health teacher a decade ago described gender as male, female, both, or neither, which still isn't right, but it's felt good to hear when I otherwise surrounded by there are only two genders. That's great.
Yeah.
I've
It's a good start.
I have educated OBGYNs on queer sex. I said it before and I'll say it again. These people need help.
Oh my God. And this is something other Devin Price could really go into. Like, we talked about it a little bit before, but they don't even think to ask straight women if they have anal sex, for example.
Yeah.
Like,
I think there's a definite difficulty when like person A has found stuff out and had more complex experiences earlier, but person B wasn't in the right space for that information. And so person B experiencing the exact same journey as person A, but several years later feels cringe to person A. Like, I get it, but also journeys are different, man. Yeah, I think that there's such like an experience there. The hate for like Amazon Basics, blah high fucking trans women on
it's so cruel.
on Twitter specifically. I think it's probably in general, but there is a cruelty on Twitter specifically, which is like really gross.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to extend more grace to your past self and get over that so that you don't vomit that onto other people who are at whatever stage of their journey. Because as Neo Pussy Boy on Twitter says, like, it's not once the internalized becomes applied to someone else, girl, that's externalized. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
We all have that stuff, but putting it on other people it's damaging.
All right, so let's discuss this more in the Discord. I'm so excited to hear everybody's thoughts and feelings about it that we didn't get to. I'm sure there's a bunch that you put in the chat that we missed. It is about that time, but real quick, let's go back into the dollhouse. We put it. I've while we've been talking, I put a couple little props.
Oh boy.
In so let's find those. The giant D. This somebody said who B on the Discord, new member. They them said Arrow Ace Pride Flag D20 I made a few years ago. Very good.
Ooh,
I love that we have
stuff
that people actually made in here. If you make something for the dollhouse and then take a good picture of it, we should put it in no matter what.
Yes.
There's
have a whole crafting channel on the Discord.
Yeah. There's this very good love is it love wins? Yeah. Love is love.
Yeah.
Love is love. Gay cake. Just very Amazon Basics gay pride cake, which is so fucking good. And then there's also this very good plant that I put on top of this little with a pride flag in it. And that is Lily said, "This is my gay plant Bradley, who is gay."
Oh,
so you've snuck a character in. This is a
Yes.
character with a full backstory now. Bradley, the gay plant.
Bradley. That's cute. Oh.
Oh, and then I was also gonna I grabbed a few more. This
Oh my god. Putting that next to Cool Cat is just mean.
Oh, I was gonna have
Like,
him wear it.
what an upgrade. He looks good now. That's some Lisa Frank
It's really good.
styling.
Yeah,
And I
that's
mean that
really good.
complimentary. Yeah. Ooh. So good.
I need to make sure all these people don't have, all these characters don't have, I haven't like named them. Oh, it is AI generated. But that's, that's fine.
Oh, the fursuit head?
Yeah. I'm surprised I did
They've-
not clock that.
AI has gotten really good at furries.
Yeah.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah.
Unfortunately they have.
It's yeah, and now it's no he's just wearing it.
Yeah.
We've been having some thoughts about, I really have always, and especially right now, want to do an episode on AI. So if you have thoughts on AI, please share with me, especially if you are knowledgeable on the subject. But anyway, there's also this. This is the froggy, the froggy piss guzzler urinal.
Yes.
I don't know. Photo,
Oh.
thank you for that. I don't know what
This
it is.
is really cute. I love the style on it.
It's really weird, but it's, I can't yuck his yum. He just loves piss. Piss frog. Yes, May Valence, but if you watch the VOD, we're gonna do another one. We're gonna come back to it next week or soon and take other people's opinions. And then also, yeah, I put Froggy Chair in there too.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
So yeah.
These are great. Ugh. This is incredible. This is fucking insane. It's unreal what you have done here.
I'm so pleased with it. We gotta just.
It's incredible.
We gotta just play with these
forgetting
dollies.
The screen share is just right there. It's so intricate. How is your computer not huffing and puffing and falling over?
It seems fine. I don't think anything is. It's much better than my old system. I've pared down the assets a lot, actually.
That's so wild. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, and we still, you know what I remembered? We're still in the dollhouse. We're just really tiny.
Yes. Oh my god. Yeah, and dump trucks towering over us. These big feet.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna be all for today. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. This is so fun. Please join the Discord. Follow us on YouTube at Dr. Devin Price. The YouTube.com/ at Dr. Devin Price, I think. And put more props. It won't be Pride when we come back, but it's always Pride here on Time Theft Today. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll still be gay.
We're always gay.
Yeah, they can't take that from us.
They can't take it away from us.
Yes.
So let's find somebody to raid.
Okay, cool. Let's see. See who's going right now. You have anybody that you're a fan of live right now?
Okay. Let me check my Twitch account.
Happy Pride, abolish empire. Hell yeah. Air gender.
Let's do Big Hal Dottie. He's somebody I haven't watched a lot of his stuff, but he seems, from the little I've seen, he seems very cool. He's the editor of the Flophouse is mostly how I know him.
Oh, cool. Yeah. All right. Should I do it? I got him pulled up.
Yeah, go for
Big
it.
Howell Dottie.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Starting that raid. Oh wow, this is a really short raid time for some reason. It's only 5 seconds. Oh, bye everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for being here. Oh wait, no, that was just getting it ready. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. I was like, confused by that. Okay, so now it's set for a minute, so I can hit the button when we're
all right.
ready.
I think we're ready whenever you are. Thanks everybody for hanging out. This was a fun one.
Yeah, this is great. Thanks for being here, everybody. If you missed
Bye.
the piss course, it'll be on the YouTube.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.